Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. We get a Game 7 here this afternoon. The Nuggets at the Thunder. Winner of this game going to take on the T-Wolves in the Western Conference Finals. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Paycom Center, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And this has been just an absolutely wild series. The 68-14 Thunder in the regular season getting taken all the way to a Game 7 in round 2. They've been tremendous in their home floor this season, 35-6 record at home. The battle between the two MVPs, SGA and Jokic, going up against one another in this matchup in what has been a fantastic series. Got some positive news here out of Aaron Gordon that he's going to play today for the Nuggets, but not so good news. That's a grade 2 hamstring, so he's going to be going through that today in this matchup, but he'll be starting today for Aaron Gordon. And welcome to everybody, Rye Dog, Pat in the chat, Anastasia, thanks for joining in. Actually, not at my usual place here, so I got some good company in the background here with Cookie the Panda Bear, where I got right now. I'm actually at my girlfriend's place, if you guys didn't know, at her apartment currently, but yeah, he also talks for you guys. Yeah, that's Cookie the Panda there. It's fentanyl. No fentanyl. But yeah, this is gonna be what a game, what a series. As we go into this one, Nuggets 5-4 all time in Game 7.
Chicken nuggets?
No chicken nuggets. No chicken nuggets. But they're taking on the Thunder for this matchup. Thunder haven't played a Game 7 since 2020. For them. And yeah, Kendrick Perkins is breaking down on ESPN right now. He's actually on ABC, this matchup here.
Santa.
Yeah, he kind of looks like the Santa version of up in Cambridge. But welcome in, Anastasia, George, Ice Baby, Connor. Thanks for joining in, being a part here on the stream. As yeah, I'm joined by Panda Bear in the background today. My girlfriend's Panda Bear, her apartment currently. But wow, going into this matchup, Denver just won a Game 7. They played the Clippers 15 days ago, and they beat them 120 to 101 in that matchup. Yeah, you want to join in before you head out?
Yes.
Yeah, this is my girlfriend, by the way. So say hi to my girlfriend here currently, who's on the stream. She's going to go head out, do a couple things for catch-up that she needs to do while I'm here. But yeah, I was able to spend time during here in the afternoon, which is good. We ate out Panera today.
That's right.
And everything went well for today. James, what's good? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Connor, glad to have you back in here, bud, for this one. I think we're going to tip off in like 10 minutes from now. Looks like for tip off.
Cookie Bear is getting a good reception.
Yeah.
Better than Santa. Were you guys like better the Santa or the bear?
Yeah, Santa was kind of past his...
He had overstayed his welcome.
Yeah, he overstayed his welcome. He got put up back in the attic a couple days ago. So time of the season for our big boy Panda Bear in the background here. Or also known as Cookie Bear, that we have.
I'm gonna go do some laundry and some shopping.
All right, I'll see you back in later today. Yeah, so she'll be going out. She'll probably come back in like towards the end of the stream or so. Yeah, Celtics definitely, hopefully better next year. It's tough. Jaylen Brown, I just heard, was playing through an injury since like the end of the regular season, like late March into April into the playoffs. And, yeah, it's going to take a little while, looks like, to, a lot of question marks going into the offseason, what's going to happen for next year, because the whole roster is, like, completely in, like, all, like, question marks for next year. This Denver team just resilient, what they've done so far in the playoffs. Jamal Murray, illness on Friday, no problem, 25 points in Game 6. to lead them here to this Game 7. Russell Westbrook's probable. He'll be good to go today due to a right hand sprain. And then Aaron Gordon, who's been the X factor in the series, 5-0 when scoring at 20 points or greater. He entered today's matchup doubtful at first, but he is good to go. He's going to start today for Aaron Gordon. For what it sounds like, ESPN reporting around like 25 minutes ago, grade 2 hamstring strain earlier this week for Aaron Gordon, and that's going to require some time to heal. Looks like weeks to require healing for Aaron Gordon's grade 2 hamstring strain. So he is starting, but I don't know how productive he'll be, as ABC right now is showing some of the B-roll film from Aaron Gordon here in the on-court shoot-around. But when he's been excellent, he's 5-0 when he scored 20-plus points or greater, but just 2-6 when he's been limited under 20 points in this playoffs for him. So he's going to be starting in this matchup for Denver. Jokic is going to have a humongous game, I feel. Like, he had 44 points in Game 5. SGA is going to drop down his 30-plus points. It's a home game here for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City has been just so dominant this year on their home floor. This is kind of shocking that we have these two teams playing against one another, because OKC at the top of the NBA this season, going into the playoffs, I would have never thought that Denver would be the team that would take them to a Game 7 based on that they had fired their head coach like right before the start of the playoffs, like a couple weeks before the start of playoffs, and here they are, another Game 7. They have the more experience in Game 7s before as well, 5-4 all time in Game 7s as a franchise. They're 4-2 since 2019, and that's with Nikola Jokic. So since 2019 with Jokic, when Murray, they're 4-2 for Denver in Game 7s, and they just beat the Clippers 15 days ago in a Game 7. And they're also looking for revenge after they got bounced out the last time in the Game 7 in the second round against Minnesota the last time around. So they've been here before, second round Game 7 2 years ago, or 1 year ago, lost that game, whereas they won the finals 2 years ago. OKC, this is their first go-around as basically a whole team in a Game 7. A couple guys in the bubble back in 2020, they had lost to Houston by 2 the last go-around, but nobody on this OKC team that's playing for OKC has won a Game 7 for them. Yeah, just, man, just so tough. JB, just so tough. I heard that last night in the news when I came home, playing through a meniscus tear since, like, I think, like, March or so. Connor going to SGA for this one for MVP. Yeah, I think both of these guys, SGA and Jokic, going to have huge games coming up today. Adele, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. If you guys are new in the channel, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And we'll be tipping off in around, I think, either like 8 to 10 minutes from now. This is what I got today for my top 5 picks for this game. I think it's going to be close. I saw the Nuggets were around like an 8-point underdog. I actually have OKC to win this game, but I like this game to be much closer than that 8-point spread today. Denver has covered a spread in 5 of the 6 games in the series for them. In 4 of the 6 games, it's been decided by single digits. So I like the Nuggets today to cover this one on the spread. SGA over 31.5 points. He's balling in home games this season, 33, 34, and 31 in the 3 home games in the series for SGA. On the other side, Jokic over 29.5. He had a huge Game 7 last year in the second round against Minnesota, dropped down 34 points a year ago to the T-Wolves, 44 points in the previous road game back in Game 5 at OKC. And without Aaron Gordon, they're going to have other guys step up for Denver, because Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic can't do it all. What if Murray has an off game? What if Christian Brown comes crashing back down to earth? Then that means that Jokic is basically going to be a one-man show, most likely. So a lot hinges on the role players for this game for Denver, and it's going to be quite the challenge to do, because they're going on the road at a really just difficult road environment. OKC is like their arena is just so electric. They got fans that they do it by seating, like blue t-shirts, white t-shirts. I mean, it's incredible. Like their whole like arena, it's like a college basketball powerhouse, like Power 5 conference team that's ranked inside the top 5 or so. It's roaring in there. It's like the Allen Fieldhouse in Kansas. Just 130 decibels right on top of you. That's what it's going to be like when this Thunder team goes out there, plays on the road to, or this Nuggets team goes out there, plays on the road at OKC today. That's what it's going to be like in this matchup here. And for OKC, 68-14. I mean, this would be just another one of these just collapses. That would be unfortunate. They got to prove it today in this game, because this would be just so disappointing. Much more once we get out of this series. Is it resiliency by the Nuggets? Yes, it is, with their head coach Mike Malone getting fired a couple weeks before the start of the season. But on the other side, big disappointment as well for Oklahoma City if they can't come on top in this matchup in the Game 7 on their home court here. Alex Caruso, I think he's going to be the X factor in this game. He played in the NBA Finals with the Lakers back in 2020, won a championship in the bubble with the Lakers. Over 8.5 points for him today, over 1.5 made threes. I've got for Alex Caruso. And these role players have stepped up on the home floor in Game 7 before. That's what they usually do. Caruso is averaging above 10 points per game in the series. 3 straight games, at least 10 points each for Caruso. And then he's made 2 threes in 5 out of the 6 games in this series, shooting 44% for the perimeter in this entire series. So I think if you look at a role player at the end of today, I'm thinking with that previous NBA Finals experience, look towards Alex Caruso in this matchup to be a difference maker for OKC down the stretch in this one. But that's what I got today, top 5 picks for my projections here. I like this game to be really close. Nuggets +8, SGA over 31.5 points, Jokic over 29.5 points to carry Denver, and then Caruso over 8.5 points and 1.5 made threes today. And tipping off very, very shortly. It looks like everybody's wearing royal blue shirts in the crowd here for this matchup. Paycom Center, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Thunder, Nuggets. Winner going to take on Minnesota starting on Tuesday. Just 1 day of rest in between before the next start of the Western Conference Finals. SGA, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, starting 5. For the Thunder, going up against the Nuggets starters, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. This game's on ABC, so if you're from the U.S., you can get it on ABC. Make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like here if you guys are new today on the channel. I'm actually at my girlfriend's place, by the way, so the backdrop is completely different. Say hello to Cookie the Panda out in the background joining me for this stream this afternoon here. And right now, the poll going for Nuggets 60-40 here at the moment. Going for Denver currently for this one. Denver white jerseys going into this matchup. Dark blue numbers, dark blue letters, OKC. Orange jerseys, white numbers, white letters, orange outline for today's matchup here. Game 7 coming up in a couple seconds from now. Play-by-play only I cover, so no TV will be shown. This Nuggets team, no stranger to Game 7s. 4-2 record with Jokic and Murray going back to 2019 in Game 7s for Denver. They got Scott Foster as the chief referee. 31st season in the NBA as the chief ref for this matchup as we're underway. And the opening tip gets controlled by the Nuggets by Christian Brown. The right to left on the floor, opening possession here for Denver. Christian Brown slides it off to the right to Jokic, and the outside finds Porter Jr. Top of the key with Aaron Gordon. Came into today's game doubtful due to a hamstring injury, upgraded to a starter inside the starting 5, playing today with a grade 2 hamstring injury. Bounce pass Jokic off to Brown, a runner inside the key. It's good for 2. 2-0 Nuggets. Christian Brown is going to have to be excellent. And he was during the previous game. 23 in Game 6 on Friday. First possession here for OKC. Holmgren at the top of the key. Dribbles up top of the free throw circle. Sends it off to his right to Jalen Williams. Lob down low. Hartenstein held up. Fouled. Charged to Michael Porter Jr. Sarah, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, tough one on Friday night. That was really tough. Yeah, Jalen Brown just so tough. He was going through a torn meniscus he was playing through for like months for him, dating back to like late March. Inbound back to OKC. SGA on the outside off to Chet. Chet playing one-on-one spin cycle on Michael Porter Jr. Got the layup up and in off the glass with a left-hand finish. Chet Holmgren on the board, opening minute 2-2. Possession number 2 for the Nuggets. Christian Braun drives downhill right to the rim, soars up, and he throws it down with a right-handed flush. Christian Braun, rack attack with authority. 4 points by him in the opening minute plus. Stepping up. Did that exactly on Thursday night with 23. Holmgren around the perimeter, hands it off to Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams drives on Murray, floats to the runner, no good. Shoved back in by Hartenstein with a 2-handed flush. Wow, lack of rim protection so far in this game right now as we go back and forth 4-4. Christian Braun at the wing of the perimeter. Bounce pass off to Jokic. Outside finds Brown. Brown at the left corner. Gets around one defender. Thought about spotting up for the 3. Bounce pass off to Jokic. Down low. Takes on the Holmgren. It's too easy. Backdoor layup up and then off the glass. Good for 2 by Jokic. Everybody making shots right now. Denver 3 for 3. OKC 2 for 3. Lou Dort open 3 off the back rim. No good. Gordon with a defensive rebound secures it with one hand only. Up the floor off to Jokic. Jokic on top. 2 minutes plus. Behind the back pass, Murray. Kick out corner. Open 3. Christian Braun around the rim and out. Offensive rebound. Michael Porter Jr. puts it back up and through. It's good for 2. What a start by Denver. Timeout on the floor by Mark Daignault for OKC. 9:44 left to go in the opening quarter as we head to the first timeout. Wow, the Nuggets just out hustling the Thunder right now on the boards to start off this game, Carly. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here as we go off to the first timeout today. Denver, a lot of experience in these Game 7s, and it's come into play so far in this matchup. Christian Braun, 4 points for him. Former national champion at Kansas, then he won the NBA championship the next year later as a rookie back in 23 with Denver. 2 points by Michael Porter Jr. to putback, and then Jokic has 2. Jokic with a beautiful behind-the-back assist. He get credit for the behind-the-back pass. It was off to Murray, who kicked it out to Brown in the corner. Brown had missed the 3, but Porter Jr. got that putback. So we see a lot of Nuggets here just out-hustling the Thunder guys on the floor. Denver, red hot, playing their game. 4 for 5 shooting from the floor. King of efficiency type of team they got. This team's all about shooting efficiency, and they've got it right from the start. Thunder, 2 for 4 to begin this game. Wow, simply impressive. You can see that Denver's out here. They want to make sure that they get revenge on the T-Wolves. Like, they're here to beat the 68-win Thunder today and then get revenge right on Minnesota for last season. What a start for Denver. What's good, No Ego? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. A lot of people going for the Nuggets right now in the chat. 64-36. Yeah, a lot of people talked about this Thunder team winning the championship this year, but then once we got into the playoffs, a lot of people have been starting to complain about their style. They don't like the foul baiting type of stuff that's going on with, like, SGA's style, how he tries to, like, draw a lot of contact inside the key, get a lot of, like, free throw opportunities, and that's turned off people recently to the Thunder throughout this playoff run, that they've been missing offense for them. It's been a struggle on offense, that they've been a lockdown defensive team, top defensive team in the NBA all season long. But coming here in this playoffs, it's been really difficult with their offense. After SGA, Jalen Williams, he's kind of been up and down, showing up some of these games, showing up some of these games not so much or so. So he's really been up and down throughout the playoffs. A lot of the guys too for the Thunder that had excellent regular seasons have had some scoring problems as well throughout the playoffs. I think right now they need to take into factor this game today to determine MVP. Sam, welcome back in. He's got the Nuggets for this one. Defensko, welcome in the stream. All the buckets scored to the paint so far, 8-4 to begin this game. Nuggets looking really good, 4 for 5 shooting. Christian Brown, 4 points so far this afternoon as we come back to action. Thunder left to right on the floor, back from the timeout. Jalen Williams brings it up the floor, towards his left around the perimeter, drives on Jokic at the left elbow, outside SGA. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander dribbles up, jumper, step back deep 2, connects on it. That's good as he is on the board for SGA. Christian Brown on the floor with Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. Nuggets with possession. Christian Brown, guarded by Holmgren around the outside. Bounce pass off to Murray. Murray at the top of the key. Dribbles towards his right now. Dribbles towards the right corner. Hand off to Brown. Brown inside the key. Brown 5 in the timer. Brown outside to the perimeter. Jacks up the 3 over Lou Dort, and he splashes it. 11-6. Christian Brown in the zone right now as we get a quick dunk in response there by Hardenstein off the assist by SGA. Pat in the chat, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. What a start here in this game. Electric offensively. 3-point lead for Denver. Denver with the basketball below 9 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Christian Brown, bounce pass off to Jokic. Jokic at the right elbow, hand off to Murray. Murray dribbles up, drives downhill to the rim. Murray, no good off the back rim. A rebound secured by Holmgren. And the Thunder look to push it up the floor. SGA drive, kick at a wing. A Lou Dort for the time, missed off the mark, no good. Tipped up to Christian Brown for the defensive rebound. Nuggets look to run down the floor. Brown swings it down low. Jokic off the glass, no good. Going up, got fouled. 2 free throws coming up by the Jokers. The clock will stop with 8:25. Couldn't ask for a better start right now in this game if you're Denver. First free throw is good. This would be the most random conference finals if it happens. If the Nuggets come on top and win this game today. The Pacers, the Knicks, and then the Nuggets and T-Wolves. If these are the conference finals. That's a 4 versus 3. And then a 4 versus 3. Second free throw is good. 13-8 right now. Turnover charge to OKC inside the key. Gordon collected the steal. Up the floor to Christian Brown. Christian Brown, excellent start so far. Slides it off to Jokic. Jokic takes on Hardenstein. At the top of the key, Jokic, hand off to Murray. Murray, 12 in the timer, dribbles up, kick out to the wing. Brown had an opening. He'll shoot the 3. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound controlled by MPJ. Off to Jokic here at the top. Hand off Michael Porter Jr. 8 on the shot clock. Crossover around the perimeter. Porter Jr. fires it out to the right corner. Christian Brown, jab step. Lob down, Jokic, and Jokic going up with .6. Got fouled again. Wow. 2 more free throws coming up by Jokic at the line. Christian Brown off the entry pass to Jokic. It's on Lou Dort who picks up the foul. And first of all, Jokic was held a ton by Holmgren. And then he went up going into the shot motion, got stripped by Dort going up with .6. So Jokic is going to get 2 free throws out of this once again. Looks like the referees aren't letting OKC get away with their usual physicality right now. First shot's good by Jokic. 14-8 Denver. The referees are more refereeing in a favor of the Nuggets right now. It's Scott Foster who's the referee for this game. So he's the ref for today's game, and they're not letting OKC get away with their usual defensive physicality. Second free throw off the mark, no good, missed by Jokic. A rebound goes back to the Thunder. Jalen Williams, number 8, dribble, drive, dish outside. Extra pass made to the corner, going up on a shot. Wild shot by Lou Dort, no call by the referees. They let him play on as Jokic controls the defensive rebound. Gordon, defended by Hardenstein at the left wing. Gordon jacks up the 3 over Hardenstein, no good. Skipped around the rim and out. Dort with a defensive rebound. Nothing going on right now for OKC to begin this game. Lob to Hardenstein. Missed it off the top of his fingertips. Rebounded back, though. Corner 3, Wiggins. Brick City by the Thunder. Out of bounds. Deflected. And it's off of Jalen Williams of the Thunder. It's going to be Denver possession. Right now, the Thunder 68-14. Cracking under pressure in this Game 7. Just crushing for OKC that they cannot make jump shots. Missed jumper, turned around by MPJ. Offensive rebound back to Gordon. Gordon, loose ball here. Tracked down by SGA with a steal. Up the floor with Gilgeous-Alexander. He backs his way on Murray at the low block. SGA, bounce pass on top. Extra pass made to Wiggins. Wiggins drives, attacks. A runner inside, left it off the rim. Short to rebound, secure by Gordon. This is brutal for Oklahoma City. Almost midway through the opening quarter, 8 points on the board. The scoring is just not there from this team. This looks like the same team that couldn't hit a shot when it came down to that cup tournament championship game against the Bucks back in December. Jokic cutting to the hoop, gets fouled. 2 more free throws coming up for Jokic. That's on Hartenstein. Some big-time foul trouble right now for Oklahoma City. To start off this game, Lou Dort with 2 personal fouls. Hartenstein just picked up his first. And this is now the 3rd trip in this quarter that Nikola Jokic is going to the free throw line. First one's good. 15-8 for Denver. Type in the chat who you guys want to win this game today here, Nuggets or Thunder. The poll going for Denver, 68-42 currently, or 68-32. If you enjoy the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Second free throw here by Jokic. That one is right down the middle. Doubling up the Thunder, 16-8 currently. Thunder with a possession at the left corner. Left baseline dribble by Cason Wallace. Sends it outside to Caruso. Looking for some points off the bench. First time today for Caruso on the floor. Hartenstein out to the top. Caruso open 3. Left it off the rim. Short shoved off the glass. No good. Missed by Jalen Williams, number 8 of OKC, as Jokic controls the defensive rebound. Jokic doing everything right now. Jokic jump off underneath. Christian Brown soars right up over the top of 3 defenders, and he puts it up and through. It's good for 2. 18-8 Caruso. Slides it on top off to Jalen Williams. SGA. Top of the key. He's defended by Brown, gets right past him, surges downhill over Jokic and scores the right-hand layup. A lot of people going for Denver here for this one. Yeah, I got this game on ABC, so it's probably ahead of a lot of people's TVs, actually, because I get it on over the broadcast antenna. Entry pass. Aaron Gordon up and in off the glass, plus the foul. 20-10 for the Nuggets. An incredible start so far for Denver. Jokic, nice lob right behind the defense. Cason Wallace put out in no man's land, defended by Aaron Gordon, up and in off the glass, plus the and one. Right now, Denver playing their style. Playmaking, spacing the floor, efficiency. Free throws go by Gordon. 3-point play complete. I talked about that during my last stream on Friday night. Like, name me a guy that's as tough as Josh Hart. And the first player that came to my mind is Aaron Gordon. He's out there playing this game with a grade 2 hamstring injury right now. And he just scored 3 points in a row. Christian Brown at the left corner with another turnover charge to OKC there. Brown backs his way, guarded by Caruso, and Brown stepped out of bounds. Turnover charge to Denver. Yeah, pretty nice outside today. It was nice yesterday. It was quite humid, though, yesterday. Yeah, Christian Brown just at the corner, clamped by Caruso, had 1 foot just land out of bounds. 21-10, 5 minutes left to go in the first. SGA slides it outside to Jalen Williams. Cross-court pass Caruso. Caruso dribbles inside the paint. Caruso covered by Jokic. Finds Wiggins around the perimeter. Wiggins, his 3, skipped around the rim and out to rebound, secured here by Porter Jr. Or check that. That was Cason Wallace, number 22, who missed the 3. Some physicality going on. Jokic on Caruso. They were battling, jostling for possession there. Gordon around the perimeter. He gets stuck, and right next to Denver's bench as they will take the timeout. 21-10. Nuggets, 11-point lead, 4:37 left to go in the first. And right now, the 68-14 Thunder in the regular season looked like they were cruising their way. Top team in the West to go all the way to the finals. Right now, down by 11 early on in this game, on the brink of elimination in a Game 7 as we head to the timeout. Wow. This really goes to show, like, throw away the records, anything, just erase those records, anything could happen. Jokic getting early looks here at the free throw line. 5 for 6 on free throws, 7 points by the Joker. Christian Brown, major X factor so far. 9 points by Brown, 4 for 6 from the floor. Had an excellent game during Game 6 on Thursday. Once again, delivering. Huge impact by Christian Brown. On the other side, OKC led by Isaiah Hardenstein with 4 points. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going to be much more aggressive. 4 points by him, 2 for 2 from the floor. 2 points by Chet Holmgren. This entire series, like, what in the world's happened with Jalen Williams? Jalen Williams, an all-star, and all of a sudden he's just completely gone away in this series. Up and down series for Jalen Williams. Yeah, terrible start for OKC. This is looking like the same team that cracked under pressure in that NBA Cup championship game back in December against the Bucks and couldn't hit a shot to save their lives. 10-5, a rebounds in favor of Denver. Denver's the more experienced team. They've been here before. Nuggets are 5-4 all-time in Game 7s. They're 4-2 since 2019 with Nikola Jokic in Game 7s, and they just won a Game 7 against the Clippers 15 days ago. So they get Game 7 experience, while OKC, this is their first Game 7 in 5 years. They lost in the bubble against Houston in Game 7. Like that Game 7, that barely even counts because it had no fans for that Game 7 in the Disney bubble. So the last time that they got taken to a Game 7 for OKC before this, that was back in 2016 against Golden State when they got taken to a Game 7, and they lost that game as well. So yeah, they've struggled. They've lost 2 straight Game 7 matchups in a row for OKC. They're 2-2 all time. They won their first 2 Game 7s. They've lost their previous 2 Game 7s. And then if you add in that they were a former, before they got moved to Oklahoma City, former Seattle Supersonics, then altogether Seattle Supersonics and OKC will be 6-5. But since the arrival to OKC, they're 2-2 in Game 7s, losing their previous 2 in 2016 and 2020. Not a good start at all for the Thunder right now. 5 for 15 shooting from the floor, 33%. These are all guys that just dribble, drive, penetrate, attack the defense. They struggle to hit jump shots. They struggle to hit threes. And right now it's showing. They usually don't attempt many jump shots, like deep twos and perimeter shots. Everything is like getting points off turnovers. They're a scrappy defense, forcing steals. The Nuggets doing a great job taking care of the basketball, spacing out the floor, and playing with their style, which is spacing, pace, and knockdown shooting. And also getting to the free throw line with Jokic and hitting his free throws. So we come back to action right now. Denver by 11, and they get the basketball. Inbound goes to Murray. Murray dribbles up to the left baseline. Follow away over Holmgren, blocked by Chet Holmgren. Maybe this will spark something right now with that defense off the block by Chet. SGA at the left elbow, has it inside the free throw circle. Outside Caruso. He tries a 3 off the back rim, no good. Russell Westbrook with a defensive rebound. First time on the floor tonight for Russ. Russ attacking inside the paint, stripped to the bounds, goes off OKC. Yeah, majority of the people as well in the chat right now are Nuggets fans, 63% to 37%. And feel free, if you haven't already, let me know. Let me know who you guys are going out for to win this game today, Nuggets or Thunder. Westbrook inbound off to Murray. Murray at the left wing perimeter as he takes on Cason Wallace. Crossover, gets past Wallace at the low block. Shovel pass underneath, and Peyton Watson gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Denver. That was a nice pass right there by Murray. Underneath off to Watson. Yeah, that's on Chet Holmgren, who picked up the shooting foul. First free throw, no good. Skipped around the rim and out. Ken, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Second shot, no good off the back rim. They go empty that trip. 0 for 2 at the free throw line as Peyton Watson missed both the free throws. Thunder with possession. 4 minutes left to go in the first. Top of the key with Shea Gillis-Alexander. Slides it off to his right to Wiggins. Wiggins downhill to the cup. Blocked off the glass by Watson. They got it back, though, with Caruso. Cross-court pass. Wallace lobs it up over the top. It's Holmgren who throws it down with a two-hand jam. We'll see if this ignites something here for OKC as they trail by 9 there off the alley-oop dunk. Jamal Murray at the top, fires a bullet of a pass left corner. Christian Brown off to a tremendous start so far. Opening on the three, off the mark, no good as he took it. And the rebound gets secured by Wallace. Dennis, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, bud. SGA towards his left around the perimeter, sends it down low off to Wiggins. Wiggins couldn't finish at the rim, missed over Jokic as Jokic secures the defensive rebound up the floor to Westbrook. Westbrook here at the right wing, left open, dribbles up now to the elbow. Russ, his pass deflected, bad pass picked off by Chet Holmgren with a steal. Chet dribbled behind his back as he attacks the paint, missed the layup. Great contest getting back there in transition defense by Russ. Nuggets have it back once again under 3 minutes left to go in the first. Westbrook lobs it off to Jokic. Jokic takes on Caruso, brought the double bounce pass. Russ underneath, kick out to the wing off to Christian Brown outside to Jokic. Jokic out to the left wing. Russell Westbrook on a three off the back rim, no good. Tipped up to Case Wallace out of the pack for the defensive rebound. 2-on-1. Wiggins back to Wallace, dunks it down. It's a 7-point game. Signs of life right now for the Thunder all of a sudden. 21-14. Nate, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in. Anthony, welcome back in the stream. Nuggets shaking and baking right now. Looking good, up by 7. Double-digit lead cut to 7 right now. Murray out to the corner off to Watson. Lob down low looking for Jokic. Got it and missed the shot off the turnaround the hook. That was deflected off to Jokic as somehow he secured that pass. Just couldn't score a bucket as it went off the front rim out of bounds. He was looking for that ball to be touched out of bounds off OKC, but the refs rolled it. It was off Jokic on the shot attempt. So back it goes to the Thunder here. Jumper mid-range off the mark. No good. Missed by SGA. Got a bunch of bricks here recently. Nuggets with possession. Christian Brown finds Peyton Watson on top. Back to Brown at the left wing. Brown off to Westbrook. Westbrook open three from the corner. Swoosh. Russell Westbrook. Bang, bang from the perimeter. 24-14 Denver. It's a huge shot right there as Russ buried the three. A lob over the top. Case Wallace to Chet Holmgren with an alley-oop dunk. Back to an 8-point game. Minute 20 left to go in the opening quarter. Denver slows it down. Holmgren's got 6, 4 rebounds for him. The lob sent to Jokic at the top of the key. Takes on Caruso. Hand off to Murray. Jamal Murray now switch guarded by Caruso at the top. 6 in the shot clock. Murray dribbles up mid-block. Murray runner rattles in. Good for 2. 26-16 here for Denver. Down to the final minute left to go in the first. At the corner, they gave up a 3-point shot attempt with Case Wallace. Caruso will jack up the 3. Caruso connects on it. There's 1 3 made tonight by Alex Caruso, averaging over 2.5 made threes in the series. That's the first 3 of the game made by OKC with 55 seconds left to go in the first. Christian Brown at the top of the key, guarded by Holmgren. Drives into Holmgren, dish out left corner off to Westbrook. Nuggets have only made 2 threes in this game. Westbrook, bad pass, sails out of bounds at a turnover. Damn. Bad pass there by Russell Westbrook. Behind and away from Jokic on a cross-court pass as he was trying to post up inside the paint. This opens up the opportunity for OKC. 4th turnover to game on the Nuggets. OKC with 1 turnover so far this afternoon in the opening quarter. SGA inside the key. Up fake. Kick out corner. Chet Holmgren on a 3. No good. A putback is there for 2 by Aaron Wiggins. 5-point game all of a sudden. Final seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Brown finds Jokic. Jokic with 4. Jokic with 3. Jokic at the free throw circle. Backs his way with 2. Jokic at the buzzer off the back rim. No good. And we close out the end of the opening quarter. 28-21 to the end of the first here. Denver. Really good start for them. Got out to a double-digit lead, but the Thunder have finally started to find their footing. Rallying behind their home floor, home court fans. And right now they've cut it to 5 at the end of 1. 26-21. Nuggets holding on to a 5-point lead through the end of the first quarter. All right, 1/4 in the books. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And I'm hoping to be live for all the conference finals games, Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals. And whoever wins this game, actually, they have just 1 day of rest, which is a total disadvantage before they face Minnesota. So I'll be live next, Western Conference Finals, Game 1, Minnesota versus the winner of this game. That'll take place on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. And if you guys see a different backdrop right now, I'm actually at my girlfriend's house, by the way. So things look completely different to my usual backdrop that I usually have for these streams. So I'm at my girlfriend's apartment that she has. But welcome in Cookie Bear the Panda right now, as she has him as a backdrop. She found a gigantic panda bear, just a massive panda that they got in the background here with me. She found him a couple weeks ago and added him to her collection in her apartment. So I'm actually up at her apartment right now, spending Sunday afternoon with her. She went out a little while ago to do some shopping to get some stuff that she needed for the week, and then she'll be back probably around like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock or so. Yeah, no tortoise today. So no tortoise today. My tortoise is back at home. So no Mr. Tops today. Yeah, Mr. Tops is still in mourning about the Celtics. I think it's possible that Denver can take the win. I actually predicted OKC, but I do like the Nuggets. I predicted the Nuggets +8 on the spread for today's game. Denver's the more experienced team in these Game 7 matchups. So they've got a bunch of experience. This is the 7th Game 7 that Jokic and Murray have played in, going back to 2019. And then on the other side, OKC, they've lost 2 straight Game 7s. They've only played Game 7s in 2016 and 2020. 2016 and 2020. Those are the previous 2 that they've got for Game 7s. Do I think over 216 for total points? I would go no there. I think this is going to be a defensive game that ends up in like the late 90s. Probably like a 97-93 finish. So yeah, I think over 216 is going to be way too high. So I'm thinking that this is going to be like an all defensive game. And right now it's shown at the end of 1, 26-21. Oklahoma City, just their shot making. They can't hit jump shots. Having a tough time today. 1 for 8 from 3-point range, 10 for 25 from the floor. They're having a tough time hitting deep 2s, 3-point shots. It's looking like the same OKC team that played in that Cup championship game lost the Bucks back in December. So we're through 1 quarter, starting off the 2nd quarter right now. Christian Brown, the X factor for Denver. Great start for him. He's got 9 points through 1 quarter. He is the leading scorer in this game. Jokic, he has got 7 points here currently tonight, and Russell Westbrook off the bench, a much needed 3, as well as the Thunder respond back with a 3 for them, or that'll be a 2 for themselves to begin this quarter. So it's now 26-23, running the floor off the steal, and SGA takes the distance once again. Up and in off the glass is a 1-point game. Got to take care of the basketball right now if you're Denver. 5 turnovers for the Nuggets, just 1 turnover so far for OKC, and that's what OKC thrives upon, is points in transition off forced turnovers. Missed corner jumper by Peyton Watson. Rebound secured by SGA. Thunder with a possession at the top of the key here. SGA drives downhill. Missed the layup. No good. Tried to sneak his way past court and tip to the perimeter from Hardenstein. Off to Jalen Williams. He attacks the paint. He scores the layup plus the foul. It is 27-26 OKC. They've erased a double-digit deficit. Yeah, that's really likely, Andres, that Giannis could be going to San Antonio. They got the pieces to deal to Milwaukee in exchange for Giannis. Plus, they got the number 2 draft pick. 1 free throw coming up here by Jalen Williams. Free throw is missed off the mark. A rebound secured by Denver. Jamal Murray crosses midcourt. He's defended by Lou Dort at the top of the key. Switch steer guarded by Wallace. Slides it off to his left to Peyton Watson. Hand off to Strawther. Strawther had a big game in the second half to pull away. Strawther, bad pass. It's a turnover. Behind Russell Westbrook as Russ moved off of his spots. That's turnover number 6 right now for Denver. Got to take care of the basketball in order to win this game if you're the Nuggets. This guy, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, bud. As Jalen Williams attacks the paint. No good. Missed the layup, but the putback is good by Hartenstein. And a timeout taken on the floor here by David Adelman for Denver. 29-26. They came right on back of this game. It's a 3-point lead after trailing by 11 for the Thunder. What a comeback here for OKC as we head to the timeout. Still a long way left to go in the game, but man, OKC rallying right behind their 6-man, which is their fans, plus their depth, which they got a bunch more guys in and out of the rotation for them. These Game 7s usually get role players to step up, and Isaiah Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren, multiple putback dunks by those guys are alley-oops. Hartenstein's done it through a couple putback dunks, cleaning up the rim. Holmgren's done it through alley-oops so far. 6 points each by Chet Holmgren, 6 points by Isaiah Hartenstein. Those two guys stepping up right now in the front court. And a lot of scoring depths for OKC in terms of balance. 6 points each by Chet, Hartenstein, and SGA. 3 points by Caruso, 4 by Jalen Williams, 2 each by Wiggins and Wallace. They got 6 different guys who scored a basketball. On the other side, Denver, they've got 5 right now. Much needed 3 off the bench by Russ, but they've only gone with an 8-man rotation. OKC, yeah, they've gone with an 8-man rotation as well. Usually they play a lot more. We haven't seen Jalen Williams, number 6, check in, neither Isaiah Joe. He hasn't checked in either so far today. Usually those guys play, which would put them at a 8-man rotation, but both of these guys have gone 8 guys deep so far today. Yeah, Rockets have a lot of pieces that they could trade to Milwaukee too. From my understanding, Giannis, I think from what I heard, he prefers to be next to another superstar player. So he wants to team up with somebody like Victor Wembanyama or SGA, like another superstar player he would be teaming up with, most likely Steph Curry. There's a lot of traction that's gaining that Golden State could potentially be in the running for Giannis. And one of those guys is going to get traded to Milwaukee. Yeah, it's going to have to be Draymond Green. Like, you're going to have to trade Draymond Green to the Bucks. Like, that's your big 3 right there with Curry, Butler, and then Giannis. Because there's been some traction gaining that Golden State seriously considering making that move. Jonathan Kuminga would be a part of that package as well. There's no doubt that he's getting traded someplace in the offseason for Kuminga. Steve Kerr cannot stand Kuminga. He put like post-game press conference jabs this past season at Kuminga in games that they won. There was a game that they won, and then he referenced the point from the second quarter of that game that they won that Kuminga took like an 18-foot jumper with like 15 seconds remaining in the shot clock, and he completely referenced that part, saying that Golden State was lucky to win when you get a guy in your team that's taking early shots in the shot clock, putting a complete jab at Kuminga. And then he had a bunch of like DNP CDs in the playoffs, and then finally, when he did play in the last series against Minnesota, he was productive, and he scored a good chunk of points in the late stage of that series. 29-26 as we come back to action right now. 8-zip run by the Thunder to begin the second quarter. Denver's got to start to take care of the basketball right now. It's been a major issue. 6 turnovers. Murray, his 3 came up short. It's an air ball. Hartenstein collects the basketball. 13-0 run by the Thunder since the minute mark left to go in the opening quarter. So that run's gone on for almost 3 minutes of court time. Corner 3 bricked off the back rim by Wiggins. Rebound secured by Russ. Westbrook on the floor. Gordon, Strawther, Jokic, and Murray. Gordon sinks the 3. 29 even. This is the time that you want to come back in this game if you're Denver. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander right now. He's currently on the bench. Lou Dort swings it off to Hartenstein. Bounce pass. Dort bobbled it. Got it back to the corner with his teammate Wiggins. Right place, right time. Cross-court pass. Caruso. Caruso finds Hartenstein. Moves on top to Dort. And the outside Wiggins. Up fake. Dribbles up to the elbow. Step back jumper. Deep two. Drills it. That's going to count as a 3-point shot, actually. So it's a 3 right now that it counts for. We'll see if it gets docked down to a 2. I thought 1 foot was on the 3-point line, 1 foot was behind. But they give Aaron Wiggins right now the credit for the 3-point make for OKC. We'll see if that changes during the next timeout. Quarter jumper came up short by Strother, deflected out of bounds, and it will go back to OKC. A couple tough air balls from 3 for Denver. Yeah, so Aaron Gordon, he was doubtful coming into this game yesterday in the injury report and then starting today. So Aaron Gordon playing through the pain. It's a grade 2 Achilles, grade 2 hamstring strain. Grade 2 hamstring strain that he's going through right now for Gordon. It's a tough man right there. Grade 2 hamstring strain that he was questionable all throughout today. ESPN, like at 11 a.m. this morning, they reported that he was unlikely to play. And then like a half an hour before tip-off, it was announced that he would start in this game. And he's been productive. He had a basket with an and one for him, for Aaron Gordon at one point. He's got 6 points, 5 rebounds. He had a massive like one-armed rebound for Gordon, a grade 2 hamstring strain that he's going through right now, playing through the pain. Jokic on a 3, bricked it off the mark, no good as it goes back to OKC. That's 3 straight shots from the perimeter that Denver has not even been able to hit the rim. Missed 3 by Wiggins. Lou Dort taps it back out to Caruso for the offensive rebound. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander back on the floor, push pass, left corner, left baseline, dribble. Bounce pass out to the right corner. Dort over to Wiggins. Fall away 3, no good. Lou Dort offensive rebound. Had it ripped away out of his hands by Murray, though. Here goes the Nuggets. Looking to tie it up with a 3. Falling away. That's a poor shot by Michael Porter Jr. on a fadeaway contested J at the left corner perimeter. Back it goes to the Thunder. Both of these teams bricking shots. 3 for 13 from 3 by Denver. 2 for 12 by OKC. As Westbrook drove down the middle there. Christian Brown will come back into the game as we have a stoppage with 8:02 left to go in the second. So that was a loose ball foul on the Nuggets. As it goes back to the Thunder here. Top of the key with SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander backs his way on Brown. Bounce pass on top. Aaron Wiggins with a 3. Came off the mark. No good. 2 for 13 from the perimeter for OKC. Everybody bricking 3s right now as it goes back to the Nuggets. Lob to Jokic. Jokic, top of the free throw circle. Takes on Caruso. Jokic backs his way. At the mid-block on Caruso. Pivot down low. Jokic got it to go. And a free throw coming up here to tie it up for Nikola Jokic. Such a strong move. Taking on Caruso, bringing along a double right at the rim. It finishes to the contact off the glass as he was doubled by Caruso and Holmgren at the very end. A strong, strong bucket there by the Joker. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. Jokic, one more free throw will put him at double digits in this game, right down the middle. 32-32 right now. Holmgren at the wing, dribbles up inside the key, dish outside, the right corner Caruso. Across the floor, Jalen Williams push pass, corner 3, rainbow, swoosh. Lou Dort knocks down a 3. Finally, somebody can hit a 3 without any part of the rim hitting there. There's a steal by Dort. Caruso dunks it down with a 2-minute flush. Aaron Gordon cannot believe it. He thought it was clearly a foul at midcourt. Charged to Lou Dort there as Gordon went down off the dribble. 7 turnovers by Denver, just 1 turnover by OKC. This is where this game has been won right now. 8-0 points off turnovers in favor of the Thunder, and Christian Braun buries a much-needed 3. Cuts the lead to 2. Christian Braun right now is saving the Nuggets at the moment. SGA at the right wing perimeter sends it across the floor off to Jalen Williams. Push pass, corner, 3, Lou Dort again, no good off the mark. Rebound tip to SGA. First quarter, it was the Nuggets in the offensive glass. Second quarter has been the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander attacking over Brown, gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up by SGA. Everything right now clicking for Oklahoma City. They were down by 11 points at one point in the opening quarter. Yeah, he's done a really good job throughout this season for Christian Braun. Answer the call big time for him. First free throw missed off the mark for Gilgeous-Alexander. Yeah, Nuggets starting to not like the officiating going on right now in the second quarter. Free throw is good by SGA. 38-35. It's been a brick fest from three-point range. SGA's up to 7 points in this game. Murray dribbles up to the right elbow, back out to the perimeter. He's defended by Cason Wallace. Murray at the right baseline, the follow-away jumper, deep 2, no good off the mark, tipped up to Gordon for an offensive rebound. Corner jumper, Michael Porter Jr., no good off the back rim, rebound secured by SGA. Man, this Nuggets team just so resilient. They got guys playing through the pain, playing with injuries. Gordon with a grade 2 hamstring strain, and Michael Porter Jr. been playing with an injury for quite a bit of time. Holmgren just missed a 3. Gordon with another defensive rebound. He's out there picking up board after board after board, dealing with an injury that he's expected to miss weeks after the end of the season. That, like, if this was a regular season injury, he would miss multiple weeks for Gordon. Jumper by Christian Braun. Refs are not going to count it. Yeah, Nuggets are starting to hate how this game is becoming officiated here. Scott Foster, referee for today's game, as Christian Braun got around the SGA, and the referees ruled SGA reach and fall from behind by Braun before he went up into a jump shot. So Braun wanted that to go as an and 1. So Scott Foster called it a reach and fall before he went up into the jump shot. Inbound, Jokic. Turnover. Jokic cannot believe the call. He thought he was stripped out of bounds off OKC. Got to keep your composure right now if you're Denver. You're only down by 3 despite 8 turnovers. Only 2 turnovers by OKC. 8-0 points off turnovers for the Thunder. 3-point shot bricked again. Missed off the mark by OKC. That was Jalen Williams, number 8 from the perimeter, missed it. Christian Braun for the tie. Off the back rim, no good for him. Hardenstein tips it up to the corner. Offensive rebound back to Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon, king of the glass right now in this game to begin. Gordon turns to the corner, drives downhill. Gordon going up. Fouled by Chet Holmgren. Yeah, you know that he's in some severe pain playing through a hamstring injury right now. If this was any other game that he wasn't dealing with injury, Aaron Gordon would have just put over a dunk over Chet Holmgren. He would have dunked that right over Holmgren. Yeah, the schedule's ridiculous. It's only 1 day of rest, and then it's the Western Conference Finals. So the Western Conference Finals go first. So they start on Tuesday, so it's only tomorrow that the winner of this game has the chance to West, because Minnesota's been waiting. And then on the other side, the Pacers, they've had over a week off of rest, and the Knicks just won on Friday, so the Knicks get quite some time to rest. Why didn't they push up that date to start on either Monday or Tuesday and push this date to start back for like Wednesday for the Western Conference Finals? It makes no sense. They should... I know the networks secure different dates. That's the thing. So I think it's totally reliant upon like the network dates and stuff like that. But they should have that in flux or so. because the East has got like a long time to rest, specifically Indiana, whereas the winner of this game's only got 1 day of rest. Lob down low, Jokic bobbles it, got it back, blew the layup, offensive rebound, back to Jokic, got stripped, and turns it over. 9 turnovers right now for the Nuggets in this first half as OKC has possession. SGA attacking the rim, missed the layup. Referees are not going to count that right now. Here goes Denver with a possession. Gordon at the right corner perimeter as Jokic gets knocked down to the harder one on his backside. That's one hell of a block of a body right there. 7'1", 275 pounds. Getting knocked down by Caruso trying to battle for possession. Holy smokes. Alex Caruso. 6'5", 186. Trying to battle with position for Jokic. 7-footer at 275, 280 pounds. And this puts Jokic now at the free throw line. Jokic with 10 points. This puts Denver in the bonus. 2 free throws by Jokic. First one's good. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate everybody for joining in. We got 230 plus right now. You guys are real legends, MVPs out here in the stream. Big Easy, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Right now, this poll's being dominated by the Nuggets currently, so if the Nuggets win, this will be one interesting conference finals, that's for sure. A 4 versus a 3, and then a 4 versus a 3 out in the East. As we're down to 4:10 left to go. Top of the key, Cason Wallace. No good. Brick the 3, loose ball foul. Charge to Jokic as he knocks down Lou Dort. A lot of these calls right now are going against Denver. Jokic cannot believe what's going on the floor currently. Like, he's got multiple calls starting to go against him specifically. Calls that he's getting stripped with the ball. Calls that he thought that he should have got fouled. And the refs are letting them play through a lot of the time today. As the layup was missed by Lou Dort, the putback gets shoved in for 2, though. For OKC, I believe that was Jalen Williams towards the right side, 42-39. Russell Westbrook, dish underneath, Peyton Watson goes up, out to the corner, back to Westbrook. Westbrook, towards his right off the dribble, slides it off to the corner. Christian Brown, corner 3, off the back rim, no good. No knockdown shooting for either team going on in this game. Watson pins it off of Jalen Williams out of bounds. It will stay Nuggets ball. Got some substitutes coming in right now. Jamal Murray going to check right back in. TKK, welcome in. Taking the Thunder for this one. Richard, thanks for joining in. Man, Jokic is just pouring with sweat right now. Nuggets got out to a great start. They led by 11 at one point in that first quarter. 26 points in the opening quarter, just 13 points here in the second quarter. Jokic going to have to do it himself today. Westbrook dribbles up inside the key, slides it off to Murray. Murray dribbles up to the left elbow. Jumper, deep 2, connects on it. Good by Jamal Murray. And we will have a timeout here taken on the floor by Oklahoma City. 3:10 left to go before halftime as OKC burns the timeout. What a game right now. It's a big-time shot by Jamal Murray to get his team winning 1. Jokic, 12.6 rebounds, 3 assists for the Joker. Christian Brown's got 12 points tonight. Gordon, 8 points, dealing with a grade 2 hamstring strain, playing through the pain with 8 points and 8 rebounds by Aaron Gordon with 16 minutes tonight. Jamal Murray having a silent game. He's only up to 4 right now, so Jamal Murray, 2 for 6 shooting. On the other side, OKC led by SGA. 7 points by SGA, 6 each by Hardenstein, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren. 5 each by Lou Dort, Caruso, and Wiggins. Yeah, it's been just a really well-balanced game for OKC, but your superstar guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, yet to take over so far today. On the other side, Denver needs to stop turning over the basketball if you want to win this game. 9 turnovers. That's led to 8 points scored off of turnovers by OKC. They got to settle down with the basketball. OKC. It feels like the Thunder are more so bricking shots. The Nuggets came out splashing shots to begin this game, but the Nuggets have been cold in the second quarter shooting. Denver just 37% from the floor. OKC 40% shooting, but OKC is 3 for 18 from 3. Denver ain't much better, 4 for 17 from the perimeter. What's good? Frank on the stream, welcome in. Yeah, I can definitely see Indiana in the finals. Indiana's so deep for them. They go like 11 guys deep. Like, this is anybody's game right now. Nuggets have to stop turning over the basketball. They're the more experienced team in Game 7s. Whereas OKC, they get their whole crowd rallying right behind them. If SGA starts to come alive, start to take over this game, then it looks good for OKC. Denver is hanging in right now because of production on the Christian Brown. It's been awesome so far today. 12 points for Christian Brown. They got to get Murray going. Jamal Murray's only got 4. Alex Caruso, pretty good start for him, averaging around 9 points per game in the playoffs. He's got 5 so far for Caruso in a made 3. Won a championship back with the Lakers in the bubble in 2020, and he has held Jokic to shoot 1 for 5 from the floor as the primary defender for Caruso in this game. We're down to 3:10 left to go before halftime as we come back to action right now in OKC with the possession. Left to right on the floor, Jalen Williams. Number 8 on the floor, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Caruso, Chet Holmgren, and Wiggins. SGA lobs it up over the top 4. Chet Holmgren as he puts it up and in for 2 into the bucket. 44-41. Chet Holmgren is killing the Nuggets defense at backdoor cuts to the hoop in this game. A couple alley-oop dunks right there. He almost had an alley-oop rolled up and then went up and put it right into the netting for 2. Westbrook saves the possession. Christian Brown jacks up the 3 off the mark, no good. Jokic battled for the rebound off his fingertips out of bounds, and he is still frustrated right now about the referees. Yeah, Jokic thought it was a loose ball foul charge to OKC, and throughout this game, referees are not making those calls. They're letting them play on throughout the course of this matchup. Thunder with possession. Jalen Williams wide open. 3, kaboom. He drills it. 47-41. That's a big-time shot there from the perimeter for number 8, J-Dub for the Thunder. Jamal Murray tours his right around the perimeter. He's defended by Caruso. Lob down low, looking for Jokic. Bad pass. Went well away from Jokic. Intercepted. Deflected past midcourt as Murray collects the steal. Back it goes in the Nuggets, attacking the paint. Watson, no good off the rim. Tipped off the glass. Rebound out of the pack here for Jalen Williams. Right past the defense, and he shoves it through with a 2-hand jam. Got to call a timeout right now. If you're Denver, they'll do exactly that. 7-zip run in a minute 26 for OKC as David Adelman burns the timeout. Big run right there by OKC. These long rebounds, they're crushing the Nuggets. Long rebounds and turnovers. That was just bad defense. Like, nobody was back in transition defense there for Denver. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now as we're down to 1:44 left to go in the second quarter. Appreciate everybody for joining. And we got 250 plus right now. You guys, the real legends, MVPs for coming out on these streams. And I'll be back live starting on Tuesday. Conference finals, Eastern Conference finals, Knicks and Pacers begin on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, no, it's this conference finals that begins on Tuesday. Yeah, it's actually Knicks and Pacers that begin on Wednesday. This conference finals with a winner of this game versus Minnesota begins on Tuesday. So I'll be back live first with the Western Conference Finals. That begins on Tuesday. Then the East starts on Wednesday. Yeah, it feels really odd that just poor scheduling, in my opinion. A lot of people are putting that in the chat a little while ago as well. As Jokic off the inbound scores up and threw over Caruso, good for two. 49-43. Just bad scheduling by the NBA. They should have... They got like flex dates in there, but it's like one full day before the next game. That's not good. Or so you got to get these guys the rest that they deserve. Deflected, intercepted by Jalen Williams, and he dunks it. An 11-point lead, a 22-point swing for the Thunder. Off the steals, he dunked it for Jalen Williams. Before that, Caruso buried a three in the previous possession. 11 turnovers in this opening half for Denver. And there's another one, make it 12. Caruso with a steal. Caruso slides it off to Jalen Williams, slices the defender, scored a layup. 56-43. This looks like the 68-win team we knew in the regular season. 14-2 run by the Thunder last 2.5 minutes. This looks like the Thunder team that we knew this season. Lob to Jokic to the free throw circle. Jokic goes up, got stripped, got fouled. 2 free throws coming up. Referees letting OKC get away, play with their physicality. And Jalen Williams beating Jokic to the ball, deflected it up in the air, took it a distance, surging right past Jokic. And again, the bounce pass off to Jokic as Caruso knocked off Jokic off his spot, took it a distance, and everybody is reading the basketball that they're going and running their offense directly through Jokic in Oklahoma City is denying that recently from happening. First free throw was missed by Jokic. Jokic looks like same old Jokic from last year against Minnesota. He looks like he's completely gassed right now. This is only the first half. Yeah, he's got to keep his composure too, because there's been calls that just haven't gone his way for Jokic. 56-44. Nuggets are the only team that has a losing record with a 0 winning percentage when I've done streams from here. 0-1. This is my second stream from here. They lost to the Celtics in early March. That was a close game. That went down to the wire. Early March when I streamed the Celtics and the Nuggets from here in the afternoon. The Nuggets lost that game. It was a Sunday afternoon game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just got fouled. He's going to shoot 2 at the free throw line. So I think the bad luck for the Nuggets comes in this place that I'm streaming from today. But thanks to the NBA scheduling, that's why I'm streaming from there today. If this game was at 8 o'clock, I'd be back in my house by 8 o'clock. Second free throw is good by SGA. 14-point lead. It's a 25-point swing in the favor of the Thunder. They were down by 11 in the opening quarter. Hotspot, thanks for joining in. Appreciate it for being a part of the stream. Runner by Jokic. Bounced in. Good for 2. Really needed that right there. 15 seconds left to go before halftime. It's all Oklahoma City in a gigantic run to close out the second quarter. Jalen Williams dribbles up in the paint. Jumper, mid-range, off the back rim. Bounces in to the netting. Everything going for the Thunder here. Final 2.8. Murray launching at the buzzer. Off the top of the glass, no good. And we close out the end of the first half of action at 60-46. What a turnaround by the Thunder. Defense, defense, defense. Points in transition. Points off turnovers. That's their recipe. The number 1 defense in the NBA. The number 1 team in steals per game. And they smashed the Nuggets in that second quarter. It was not even close in that second quarter. They were denying any balls from being sent over in Jokic's direction. A lot of active hands defensively. A lot of steals. A lot of deflections. Bad Turnovers as well for Denver. Just brutal brutal quarter by Denver. Yeah, so if you're just joining in, this is how things went. Denver led by 11 at one point in the first quarter. There was brick after brick after brick being tossed up by OKC in the first 6 minutes of this game. And in the final 6 minutes of the opening quarter, Oklahoma City turned things around completely. They got it within 5 to close out the quarters, 26-21 at the end of one. And then second quarter, all Thunder, 39-20 in the second quarter. 12 turnovers by the Nuggets, just 3 turnovers by the Thunder. 2 steals by Lou Dort and Aaron Wiggins, 1 steal each by Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, SGA, and Alex Caruso. 17 points by Jalen Williams, who's showing up big time for the first time All-Star today. SGA, 12 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points by Chet Holmgren. Caruso has got 5 going into halftime, and he's the primary defender to Jokic. Jokic with 17, Christian Brown with 12. Tough game by Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray with just 4. And Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. dealing with injury problems. Aaron Gordon giving you all he can handle right now. 8 points, 8 rebounds. He is the leading rebounder in this entire game through one half for Gordon. Michael Porter Jr. just 2 points, 1 for 4 shooting. He's been dealing with an injury for around like the last month or so throughout the entire playoffs, playing through an injury. Yeah, throwback to 2000s, Pacers-Knicks. And the Pacers beat the Knicks in the 2000 conference finals in 6. And last year they met up in the second round. Pacers, they were down 0-2, and then they turned it around in 1-7. Yeah, so this is my girlfriend's panda bear. It's Cookie, the panda bear, with me right now on the stream. Say hello to Cookie, everybody. And my girlfriend's actually out. She's got a couple things that she's got to do for errands and catch up on and stuff like that. But she should be back in a little bit from now or so. But yeah, we got Cookie the Panda on the stream right now. No Mr. Tops today. My tortoise didn't travel with me to go up here, so he's back at home. So I didn't bring Mr. Tops for this one. Yeah, not looking good right now for Denver. It's tough with the injuries. It's tough. Like, basically by this point, everybody's playing through pain, but you can't make that an excuse in these playoffs. That MPJ is having a really just tough playoffs for him, averaging single digits in this entire playoffs for him. Man, Jamal Murray just doesn't look himself at all. If Jamal Murray's scoring buckets, then this is going into halftime 60-60 right now. He would have, if he's his usual self and has an excellent game. This is a really close game going into halftime. He's got just 4. Yeah, before the ultimate choke, Knicks gave up a 6-point lead, 2 seconds left. Yep, Reggie Miller going on an individual run. That's crazy. Vital Rights, thanks for joining back in, bud. Yeah, they have to limit the turnovers. This is where it starts in half number 2. It's kind of a blessing that they're down by just 14 with the amount of turnovers that they have. They're midway to 24 turnovers in this game if they keep it up. If they reach 20 turnovers, they ain't going to win this game. That's for sure. They got to keep the total under 15 and under for the final box score for this game. It has to be 15 and under to win this game. Right now they're at 12, so that means 3 turnovers at a max in the second half for Denver to come on back. They're lucky that OKC couldn't find their shot from 3. Like 60 points for the Thunder. They're shooting 5 for 20 from the perimeter. Like everything has been inside the paint. They're torching them inside the paint. 40-20 points in the paint, which basically a lot of those points are off turnovers. 10-5 fast break points, 12-0 points off turnovers, 8 steals by the Thunder. Denver can't find their shot, though, from the perimeter either. They were making threes early on. They're just 4 for 19 from 3. Yeah, what's been unfortunate, usually a lot of these games in Game 7s have been blowouts recently. There hasn't really been many close Game 7s. Like that Nuggets-Clippers game, that was a blowout. The Clippers were a no-show. Usually it's in favor of the home team. Like the Game 7s that I can think about from the past that I've covered. Oh, the ultimate choke Game 7, that was close. Philadelphia blowing the 26-point lead with Ben Simmons against Atlanta. Game 7, 2022. That was close. OKC Houston in the bubble, Game 7. That was close. But some of them recently, 2 years ago, I covered Philly against Boston, Game 7. The Celtics, that was the Jason Tatum 50-point game. Yeah, Celtics smashed Philadelphia in that Game 7. Celtics smashed the Bucks in a Game 7, I think, the year prior, 2022. They beat the Bucks in the Game 7. It was the Grant Williams game. Grant Williams was drilling corner 3 after corner 3 to win that game. I want to see if there's like previous Game 7s here, because a lot of them just haven't been close in the past. Yeah, I'm not sure yet when they're announcing MVP. It's taken way too long for them to announce MVP. Jovan, thanks for joining in. All-time list of Game 7s. Here we go. Let's get this to the recent Game 7s. Yeah, the 2 Game 7s haven't even been close this year. One of them was a road win. The other win was a home win. So the Nuggets were at home. They were the 4 seed. They beat the Clippers in the first round, 120-101. And then in the first round, Golden State was a 7 seed. They took out the 2 seed, Houston, in Game 7, 103-89. So this is now the 3rd Game 7. Yeah, Raptors, Sixers, Kawhi, the shot. That was a great Game 7. Minnesota came back, beat Denver last year, 98-90. I thought that was more of a blowout. That was only an 8-point win by Minnesota. I think Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken, was down by 20 in that game, and they came back and won. Oh, here's a blowout. Pacers 130, Knicks 109 in the Game 7 last year. Cavs beat the Magic in the Game 7 last year, 106-94. Oh, yeah, the game that Tatum sprained his ankle in the first minute. Heat against Celtics, Conference Finals 2023, 103-84. All the hype for that game, and that was nothing. Celtics were done in the first minute. Celtics beat the Sixers in the previous Game 7 in the second round in 2023, 112-88. Golden State took out Sacramento, 120-100 in the first round in 2023. Oh, Celtics beat the Heat. That's like one of the closest Game 7s that we've had in a while. 2022 Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7. Celtics beat the Heat 100-96. Oh, here's the one. Game 7. End of a franchise. Dallas over Phoenix, 123-90. Yeah, that was the one I was referencing on Friday. The Celtics collapse on Friday night. That reminded me right of this, exactly of this game. Game 7, Dallas-Phoenix. Phoenix had an incredible year in 2022, and they just couldn't put it together. They great regular season team, but they completely collapsed late down the stretch, and Mavs took them out, and it wasn't even close. I remember the scores like 80-48 or something going into halftime. That game was not even close. Celtics beat the Bucks. That was the Grant Williams game, May 15th, 2022. Oh, what a game here. I remember streaming this. Game 7. I was not at my house, by the way. This is the most watched stream ever in the history of the channel. Game 7, I was at Foxwoods. June 19th, 2021. Game 7, Bucks 115, Nets 111. Overtime win by Milwaukee, the year that they won the championship in 2021. Kevin Durant, three-point shot, foot on the line. Rolled it a 2 going into overtime. Wild. Absolutely wild. That's the best Game 7 we've had in a very long time. So, yes, backline story about that. I was at Foxwoods for that day. So every year I go up to the NASCAR race in New Hampshire at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The sponsor that year, they had been a sponsor for quite a bit of time. They're no longer sponsoring Foxwoods, the Foxwoods 301. They gave out free hotel stay vouchers in the fan zone during that race. So there's one of those things, you spin a wheel at the Foxwoods fan zone, and they give out different types of prizes. Like one of them's like free vouchers for a free night at Foxwoods. You have to use it by a certain amount of time, within like a year span or so. Other stuff was like a koozie or so, and other things were like all these. I think they were one of the things. If you landed on the space, you get like a Foxwoods hats. They had like Foxwoods t-shirts. Well, when I spun the wheel, mine landed on the Foxwoods free night stay for that year. So it was good up to a year. So we used it like at the end of the school year when my family got out at the school district they were working at. So we used it, and we didn't know at the time because we had to book it like ahead of time or so. We booked this hotel at Foxwoods like 4 or 5 months ahead of time, but it was the night of Game 7 between the Nets and the Bucks, and I was even debating that night, like, should I bring up my equipment or so? This is the first time that I've streamed at the hotel before. I don't know what the Wi-Fi is going to be like at Foxwoods. If you know where Foxwoods is, it's in southeastern Connecticut. It's kind of like out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of like a lot of trees and wilderness. So I wasn't even sure like what the signal would have been or so. So I streamed the game, and the game got 250,000 views on that game. It was insane. Just so many people are coming in the chat. I think I put into like a 5-minute slow mode that people could only type in once every 5 minutes because the chat was going by so fast. It was making me crazy dizzy towards the end of the game. There were like 13,000 people in the stream. It was insane. Just crazy. Yeah, I agree. Most epic games have been like Game 6s. Yeah, Denver can't get these whistles to go their way. Unfortunate. There. So a lot of these possessions have ended up in no calls for the Thunder when they're playing defense. So the Thunder are forcing a lot of turnovers out there. That there's been like a lot of contact to Jokic throughout that second quarter, and trying to get him to move off his spot. He's got stripped multiple times, and they're not calling it. Whenever the Nuggets have the basketball and the Thunder are playing defense, they get Scott Foster as the ref. So he's the one that's refereeing this game. But yeah, Jokic is clearly frustrated. Wow, Indiana Fever stream. Yeah, I'm hoping to cover some of the WNBA games once the season's over with. I'm probably not going to stream as much on the weekends for like Indiana Fever WNBA streams because I'm usually busy on the weekends or so, and those are only regular season games. But probably at nights when they play on like NBA TV or ESPN on weeknights or so. I saw some of the games are on Amazon Prime. I actually don't have Amazon Prime. So unfortunately, whenever like Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever play on Amazon Prime, I probably won't be doing those games. I don't want to pay for another package that I'm going to use for like 3 months and then cancel it. Yeah, so I'm in a different location. So I'm at my girlfriend's apartment right now. It's actually a nice day outside. Yeah, so I'm just outside of Boston where she is. But yeah, I'm hoping to cover some of the Indiana Fever games at the end of the season. Did that last year. That was pretty cool. Generated quite a bit of viewers. So that was great from last year. Yeah, that was insane. 3 million views just that playoff alone. I remember 2020, I streamed a couple of the games up in New Hampshire off my hotspot. I streamed Game 6 of the finals, Lakers and Heat, off my hotspot. And yeah, there were a ton of people in those streams. It was insane. We start off in the third quarter, corner 3, missed off the mark, no good by Lou Dort. Rebound secured here for the Nuggets. On the floor is Jokic, Murray. Murray's only got 4 points so far as we begin the third quarter, and the Nuggets not starting off on the right foot. Steal and dunk by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 steals by OKC, leading to 13 turnovers now by the Nuggets. I said it at halftime. You got to keep it 15 or under. If you go above 15, I don't think there's a chance that you're going to win the game. Gordon pressured at the left wing. And it's an offensive foul charge to Aaron Gordon. Wow. SGA takes the charge. Gordon cannot believe it. Denver signaling. A lot of people signaling challenge right now in the Nuggets, but David Adelman's not going to challenge it. Oh my goodness. This a flop here? Ooh. Yeah, there was an elbow from Gordon to the nose of SGA. There was an elbow by Gordon right to the nose of SGA. That was no flop. There was a clear-cut elbow there. Yeah, there was an elbow to the face of SGA. Refs are looking at this right now at the monitor. It's a heavy, heavy elbow. Yeah, this game is starting to get out of reach for the Nuggets here right now. This is under review. They got to keep their composure, take it possession at a time, because this game is starting to get well out of hand. 62-46 right now. Siegel, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Glad to have you back in the stream here for Siegel. You know, hopefully everything going much better there for you, man. Right now we're on a quick media break. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. My girlfriend, by the way, just came back, so she looks like she's got some stuff that she came back with doing nice, some household duties.
Yep.
Good for you.
Got my mom's birthday gift.
Nice. Happy birthday to your mom coming up. That's right.
It's in June.
That's right, next month.
I bought it early. Put some stuff in the gift bag.
Nice. Good for you. All right, this is being looked at. The Aaron Gordon elbow to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This is under review right now during the timeout. Looks like Siegel is going to eat frosted mini wheats with whole milk, and then he's going to go to sleep right now. Interesting. Yeah, I used to have that when I was younger for breakfast, but I've started go away from having breakfast cereal. I found out, I thought there was like an issue with my digestive system. I was getting to be hungry so quickly because I would go to work and I get hungry at like 10 a.m. after I ate cereal at like 7:15 in the morning. But I've traded my breakfast cereal for muesli and muesli and smoothies. I usually call it muesli. Yeah. Yeah, muesli. And yeah, I feel much better. I usually don't get hungry until my actual lunchtime, which is at 1. Yeah, Charlisa says hi. Yeah,
Charlisa.
yeah, she'll be over in just a minute.
What's up?
I'll put this on the big screen. We're on a timeout right now.
Hello.
There we go.
You read some of the chats. I'm going to start knitting a scarf.
Nice, good for you. She knit my basketball pillow that I got in the background. She made that for me.
I sewed it, yeah.
Yep. So Siegel has made some money today. Good for you.
That's good, Siegel.
Have not slept in 48 hours. You got to get some sleep there.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, you got to get some sleep because if you don't get some sleep,
you can get quite stressed and sick.
yeah,
that happens to me a lot.
Yeah.
So.
you're just run down
Yeah.
if you don't get any sleep, and then you start to notice your central nervous system can't really like function with your body. Like if you don't get like according sleep, like your brain and body don't work at the same time. As I've had a couple nights that I haven't gotten that well asleep, and then I come home and I play catch with the golden retriever, my neighbor's dog.
Because the neighbor doesn't take
house.
care of the dog.
Yeah, so he's over every single day. So I play catch with him and throw him the fish. And then some of these days I'm like, wow, why am I not as coordinated as I should be? And it's usually in a day that I've gotten like 3 hours of sleep or so. So yeah, you want to make sure that you get some sleep so your brain and body are on the same page with one another. Because yeah, it doesn't feel good when your central nervous system ain't working and keeping up with your body and cycling through at the right direction. We get back to action right now. SGA is going to have free throws out of this. Heavy elbow by Aaron Gordon. And Gilgeous-Alexander made both of the free throws, plus they'll get the basketball here. Andrew, welcome in. Thanks for joining in.
Yes, I agree. I already dropped. So 3 is the average hours of sleep you get.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you need to start aiming for
good.
8.
8?
Yeah.
Sometimes 6 you can do okay on 6, but I don't recommend it. 8, 9, 10. That's the best.
$11:10 left to go in the third as we come back to action. 64-46. The Thunder have outscored the Nuggets 48-20 since the 1 minute mark in the first quarter. Jumper's good by Jalen Williams. Up and in. It's a 20-point lead for OKC. Wow, the run was good to Game 7 for Denver, but this is going to get just way too much to come on back from if it keeps it up. They're going to need stuff out of Murray. Murray bricked the 3 off the back rim, tipped up in the air. Gordon collects the offensive rebound. Jokic backs his way to the right elbow. Now a foul call finally goes on OKC as they defended Jokic. It's reaching in, charge to Lou Dort.
You know what this needs? Somebody slapping on someone or stomping on their chest. I wonder who would do that.
Yeah, Draymond Green.
Yeah.
We were talking about Draymond Green earlier that I was saying,
help.
Yeah, they need to get rid of Draymond Green. They got some big decisions to make in the offseason. They're not going to be able to pay Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green both to team up with Steph Curry at Golden State. Now, one of them has to go, most likely Draymond Green, especially if they flip in a trade for Giannis. Step back 3 is good by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Showing up right now for Oklahoma City. 69-46. Timeout on the floor by Denver. Yeah, this game right now is starting to get out of reach. If you guys are doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, this is tough here currently for Denver. The depth starting to prevail for OKC. Scrappy defense forcing turnovers, and now SGA has come to play. 6 for 22 from three-point range for OKC. Nuggets just 4 for 21 today. That's not a good number for Oklahoma City, but they started out shooting brick for brick from 3. Gilgeous-Alexander, 19 points right now. 6 for 9 from the floor in 23 minutes today. Him and Jalen Williams have been excellent. He's got 19 points as well, Jalen Williams for OKC. Yeah, looking like it's over. A lot of people took the Nuggets with their experience in the Game 7, and I took the Nuggets on the spread. I have OKC winning this game, but I thought that OKC would win by like 4 or 5 points today and not the 8-point spread. This is impressive for Oklahoma City, but what I said a little while ago was that these Game 7s recently have been like all blowouts for the most part. There's barely been any good Game 7s, like winning like the last like 5-6 years or so. Kawhi Leonard, the shot back in 2019, that was one heck of a Game 7. The Bucks and Nets, the overtime game, Kevin Durant foot on the 3-point line. That was one great Game 7, but recently it's been a lot of blowouts.
When you say blowouts, I think of like hyper blowouts.
Yeah,
that's kind of what you mean.
That's not the same blowout. Yep, Vegas puts on, does the Pandas' favorite player happen to be Semi Ojeleye?
Yes, it does.
Yep. He also likes Gershon Yabusele.
He likes all the
He
worst.
likes the dancing bear.
He likes Vincent Poirier.
Yep, Vincent Poirier. Dono hype here. Let's get that dono hype for my man Siegel. Appreciate it with a dono. We get the 99-cent dono from Siegel. I'll be back live on Tuesday. We start off the Western Conference Finals. If the Thunder keep it up, it's only going to be 1 day of rest for OKC, and then they play Minnesota. And we know that Ant-Man's going to be ready. He's hungry. He's going to love to talk to the fans. He loves talking to the Lakers fans and comparing size for Ant-Man. Yeah, hoping that Brad Stevens makes the right moves in the offseason, Siegel, and hopefully the Celtics can come back to contending. It's going to be difficult, though, without Tatum. Jaylen Brown's, he might require surgery for him. He tore his meniscus. Man, he's so tough. He played basically like the late stretch of March, entire month of April and May with a torn meniscus for Jaylen Brown. .22 left to go in the third. Not looking good at all right now for the Nuggets as they're down by 23. Jokic receives the lob at the free throw circle. Jokic covered by Holmgren. Out to the corner, deflected out of bounds off SGA. Yeah, I've heard some rumors there. They would have to give up Jaylen Brown if they want to make a deal for Cooper Flagg and trade to that number 2 pick spots. Lob down low. Nice find underneath as Jokic was able to put it up and then there it is. Assisted down low. Porter Jr. off the dish right there as we're under 10 minutes left to go in the third. SGA taking over this game right now, away from the basketball. Nuggets pick up a foul as Caruso goes down. Siegel wants to be the next head coach for the Celtics.
He should. He's better than Joe Mazzulla.
Hey, we get some pretty good hospitals up here too in Boston. They could treat you really, really well up here. Gilgeous-Alexander gets the inbound. Moves it off to the middle of the Holmgren. Bounce pass, backdoor cutter. Caruso, layup good, up and then off the glass.
We really miss Ime, though.
Yep. 71-48. Somebody put it in the chat when the Celtics lost on Friday. The Celtics would have won like 3 titles by now if Ime was the head coach instead of Mazzulla. Jokic finds Brown, trailing to the hoop, dunks it down. Really needed that. Anytime you see a 70 against a 40 on the scoreboard, that's a bad sign. Most likely you're not going to come back from that deep of a blowout, but we'll see what happens here as Lou Dort goes up, knocked down, fouled. 2 free throws coming up for the Thunder. Yeah, a lot of good healthcare facilities over here in the state of Mass.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
like literally the best in the world.
The good sign. Free throws here at the line. Dort missed the first one. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, Siegel. Stay safe, man.
Go to sleep.
Gonna have to get some much needed rest. Recharge the batteries. Second one's good. 72-50. Western Conference Finals starts on Tuesday, so a quick turnaround, just 1 full day of rest, which is tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The conference finals start in the West. Murray knocks down the triple. Really needed that 3 right there for Jamal Murray. Jalen Williams dribbles up top of the key, slides it off to SGA, attacks inside the paint off a triple team, got it away to Jalen Williams, who has been equally as good as SGA, but he missed the 3 off the rim short. Tip to Gordon for the defensive rebound. Aaron Gordon's got double digits for rebounds, playing with a bummed hamstring. Grade 2 hamstring strain for him today. Just goes to show how tough Aaron Gordon is. 8 points, 10 rebounds. Even dealing with a hamstring injury, he's racking up that many boards. Hardenstein going to check in. Caruso is going to come out here for OKC. And Chet Holmgren takes a seat on the bench. Cason Wallace, Isaiah Hardenstein, Jalen Williams, number 8, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Lou Dort, the 5 on the floor for Oklahoma City. 8.5 left to go in the third. Gordon off to Jokic. Jokic, spin cycle, free throw circle, outside off to Porter Jr., dribbles up to the right block, kick out to the corner off to Murray, rises for a 3, left it short. Hardenstein with a defensive rebound. Will this be Russell Westbrook's last game? I'd say probably not for him. He's still going to keep on playing.
Or as we know what Skip Bayless used to call him.
Yep.
Russell Westbrook.
He actually has been good today. He made a 3-point shot, and everybody in the chat said, wow, when he made the 3-point shot. Christian Brown, loose ball foul. That's his 4th of the game. That's tough for Denver. He's been pretty good today. One of the top players on the team. And OKC with a bad pass as they try to save it. Sail right over Michael Porter Jr. and he shuts it down with a 2-minute flush. Really needed that dunk right there. 72-55. Under 8 minutes left to go in the third. Jalen Williams. Shovel pass down low. Hardenstein. Gutted up and in off the glass. Wow, Jeffrey, welcome in at Mohegan Sun right now. Heading back to Jamestown. Best for you, man. Yeah, I've been to Mohegan Sun once. A couple of years ago, saw Providence against St. Louis for college basketball. I was talking about Foxwoods earlier on in the chat, how I covered that Game 7, Nets and Bucks back in 2021, and I streamed that game when I had like a free night stay over at Foxwoods. Layup downhill to the rim by Murray. 17-point game. SGA attacks the paint with a left hand, missed the layup, no good, tipped off the glass, rebound secured. Out of the pack for Aaron Gordon with 11 rebounds here this afternoon. Gordon backs his way into Wallace. His pass deflected. Jokic corrals it. Tipped up in the air. Intercepted by Gilgeous-Alexander. Another steal by the Thunder, leading to another bucket by OKC as well. Oklahoma City, a rash of forcing turnovers as they have forced them over a bunch of times this afternoon. That's now 10 steals for the Thunder. 3 guys with 2 steals each between SGA, Lou Dort, and Aaron Wiggins. And the Nuggets have turned it over 15 times, as that is not a good sign when you've turned it over 15 times in this game, midway through the third quarter almost. Oklahoma City again in transition as they put in another bucket. 78-57. Cason Wallace attacking right on Jokic. Wallace to the cup, dunked it right past Jokic with a slam. This game is not even close. 6:31 left to go in the third as the Nuggets have to burn a timeout. Yep, looking like another Game 7 for Denver. That's looking like another 1v5 matchup for Denver. 17, 7, and 6 by Jokic, who is leading the way for the Nuggets. He is 4 for 8 from the floor. The Thunder have knocked him off his spots, not getting the calls by the officials that he wants to get called, and he's only attempted 8 shots. He is right now tied for the 3rd most shot attempts in the team in a Game 7, which is way too few right now. Jokic needs at least 15 shot attempts at this stage of the game, not 8. 4 for 12 shooting by Jamal Murray. He has 9. Christian Brown's been pretty good today, 6 for 12, 14 points. Struggling from 3, though, at 2 for 8 from the perimeter. And that's been the entire game for Denver, just 5 for 25 from 3. Aaron Gordon, 8 points, 11 rebounds. Michael Porter Jr., just 6 points, 0 for 4 from the perimeter. Oklahoma City just so much deeper in terms of their balance. 21 by SGA. Jalen Williams, there's the difference. 19 points, playing well for Jalen Williams, a 19-point difference. Last game he struggled. A lot of people are frustrated after the last game. They were like, Jalen Williams sucks. They put in the chat here. Jalen Williams, excellent bounce-back game for him with 19. First-time All-Star this season. 19-point lead right now. Down low, Christian Brown goes up, followed over the top of Wiggins. He'll have 2 free throws. Yep, another terrible late-stage playoff game. What's good, Kelly? Welcome in from Jamaica. Thanks for joining in.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, I'm at my girlfriend's place here, so she's live with me. Panda Bear in the background, Cookie the Panda. And 2 shots here by Christian Brown, and he split the free throws. 20-point lead right now. Corner 3, Cason Wallace. Open up the bank, cha-ching. Wow. What a 3 right there. That was a corner 3 that he just banked. 81-58. Midway through the third. Murray, step back 3 over Wallace. Left it short. Rebound tracked down by Brown in the offensive glass. Corner 3, Gordon off the mark, no good. A rebound secure by Aaron Wiggins. 5 for 27 from 3-point range for Denver. Ain't gonna cut it, especially the 15 turnovers. Jalen Williams missed the layup off the back of Jokic with a defensive rebound. Christian Brown down low, right to the rim. He scores up and then off the backboard. 81-60. Yeah, there was a stream that
She forgot her other glasses on her head. She has 2 pairs of glasses on. Well, who's that? Vital Rights? It's because I don't really have a choice. I can't see out these, so. I actually also have a second pair of glasses. They're the round pair over there, but I rotate Friday to Friday. So these are to see, and these are for the sun. I know, people are always like, you look funny. And I'm like, well, I kind of have to see.
Yeah, I had said about the Jokic trade request. I think I did a stream a couple months ago, and at the end of the stream when the Nuggets lost, I was like, yeah, Jokic needs to put in a trade request. He should demand a trade. This is getting to be bad. Russell Westbrook just drilled a corner 3, and now SGA will head to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. The first one got the bounce. I want to see what stream that was specifically. I can go back and see what one I was like, Jokic should demand a trade. It's that bad. Like, he's playing 1 versus 5 out here in this game. Might have been when I was here, when I streamed them against the Celtics. That might have been it. Or it might have been when I went over his stat line and they had lost the game. Yeah, they had lost the game and he scored like 50-plus points. They had lost the game. And it was against like a bottom team in the league, and they lost, and he had a huge game. SGA at the elbow, dish over to Hardenstein, back over to Gilgeous-Alexander at the right corner. Follow-away jumper, deep 2 off the back rim, no good. Christian Brown with a defensive rebound. Down by 22 here with 4 minutes left to go in the third. He missed the layup. Westbrook tried to go in for the tap-in. Brown got clobbered from behind, though, so he'll get 2 free throws out of this. Yeah, what a bad game. Absolute snooze fest in this game today. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back live coming up on Tuesday. Conference finals start off. The Thunder, if they can hold the Nuggets here, they'll advance. They'll take on Minnesota. Jokic, 61 points against Minnesota. I don't think it was that game that I said it specifically, though. Oh, it was Washington, I'm pretty sure. They lost to Washington on March 15th. I'm pretty sure I said it during that stream. If I streamed on March 15th or around that time, I was like, yeah, Jokic should demand a trade. That's as bad as it gets when you lose against Washington. 20-point game. Both of the free throws were good by Brown. Jalen Williams, kick out, corner, open three. Cason Wallace off the back rim, no good. Jokic had it in and out of his hands. Went to Julian Strawther with a defensive rebound. Westbrook slides it off to Murray. Murray at the top of the key, double team, gets it off to Jokic, free throw circle, intercepted as Jokic quits in this play. Here they go, a 2-on-1. Caruso scores the layup. Yeah, Jokic is just quitting right now. 16 turnovers. Not a good sign for Denver. Just 4 turnovers this entire game for the Thunder. 20 points scored off of those turnovers by OKC. Murray's jumper is good.
This is getting low.
Yeah, I think you keep the pick. So you draft Cooper Flagg at number 1. I think it would be stupid for Dallas there to trade the pick away. Even if it was for Giannis, because somebody did something. I think it was Basketball Reference recently in a video. I asked ChatGPT to predict the top 10 players in the NBA by 2030. And Giannis was like an honorable mention. He was actually outside the top 10 in 5 years from now for 2030, which Giannis right now is 30 years old. He's going to be 35 5 years from now. Yeah, but
it's not like the NFL where they have to retire by the time they're 35, basically, right?
Well, Tom Brady was playing past 40.
Yeah. I mean, like most people.
Yeah, it's by position. Like 35 is kind of unheard of for some of the positions. There are like a couple like 35-year-old running backs, but by that time when you get to be 35, you're like out of the NFL by that time. But if you're a quarterback, there's quarterbacks that play well past 35. But if it's like a speed type of position or so, like wide receiver, running back, then those guys probably going to be coined as the term washed up by the time they get to 35.
He joined the big three.
91-67. Back-to-back buckets by OKC. Caruso with a fast break dunk. This game is getting out of control. Missed jumper by Murray. Watson puts it up, skidded off the rim, no good. Deflected off to Strawther. Runner off the back rim, no good. Rebound secured by OKC with Wiggins. Yeah, I talked about him in the pregame. He won the championship with the Lakers in 2020 in a bubble. And bad pass by OKC there as it sails out of bounds. Turnover by the Thunder. Only their 5th turnover tonight. This was my top 5 picks for today. And I specifically put Caruso over 8.5 points. Caruso over 1.5 made threes. This is a proven player that's done it before. Even though a lot of people put an asterisk next to that because it was in the bubble. He's only made 1 3 right now, but he's made 2 threes in 5 out of the 6 games in the series. He's got 11 points right now. So this is his 4th straight game in this series where he's dropped down double digits for Caruso. And role players seem to go off in Game 7s when they're at home. And I thought Alex Caruso would be the guy that would do so today. And I was spot on with his points for today that he hit the over already. 91-69. Strawther just made the runner. Wiggins on the floor to Wallace, Caruso, Chet Holmgren, SGA. As he slides it over to the right wing. Out to the corner with Aaron Wiggins, who buries the 3. Yeah, this game is out of control. Final minute left to go in the 3rd. Westbrook dribbles up to the right elbow. Lob behind Jokic. It's a Russell Westbrook turnover. Man, this game is just terrible for turnovers. Huge block by Westbrook from behind. Not clean, though, as human dominoes fall on the floor. Chet Holmgren and Aaron Wiggins going down there. Jokic called in the blocking foul. 2 free throws coming up here for OKC. Yeah, I didn't even expect the Nuggets to be in this situation in the Game 7 right now. Yeah, so this place, somebody asked me if it's bright here.
Oh, it's because I have my sunglasses on my head. That's why.
Well, the lighting here isn't. It's all like sun dependent or so, because the lights over here aren't like, they're kind of far away. So if I was streaming at night, it would be like a darker picture. Whereas,
yes.
yeah, whereas I got in my living room where I typically stream from, it's like really bright UV lights that they have shining over the top that equally propel the room. Over here, there's lights in the corner towards like the far side corner, but I'm on the opposite side and it's much darker over here. Both the shots good at the free throw line, 96-69.
Cookie Bear likes 69.
Yeah, he enjoys 69. Not too good for Nuggets fans right now as we have a bricked 3 by Murray. Tough game by Jamal Murray today. Jumper, mid-range, SGA, no good. Left it off the rim. Murray with a defensive rebound. Yep, Scott Foster. Game 7. That's the ref for today. Strother, extra pass made. Michael Porter Jr. out on top. Jokic, rainbow 3. Swoosh. Final seconds left to go in the third. Oklahoma City with possession. Attacking inside the paint. Blocked by Murray out of bounds. That was Case and Wallace who got blocked. We're down to 1.9 seconds left. This game wasn't even close. And if you're just joining in, the Nuggets got out to an 11-point lead in this first quarter. And now it's 96-72. 1.9 left to go in the third. And the Thunder will burn a timeout right there. Thunder going to burn this timeout with 1.9 seconds. So 1.9 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Kind of just a random space to go into a timeout at the end of the quarter. Yeah, Oklahoma City, they heard the noise. This would be super disappointing if OKC lost this game. 68-14, well ahead of the rest of the West this season, and they lost this game. And they took care of business today. They proved to everybody for sure that those 68 wins resemble a team that is going to head over to the conference finals. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I appreciate everybody for joining in, being a part here on the stream for this one. Got one more quarter after this, but wow, this is just a brutal game. Yup, Caruso got absolute swagger. Should be a fun series. OKC, Minnesota, barring a miracle comeback. That's going to be the series on Tuesday. OKC, if there's a team that can do it, because they're so deep, as Chet Holmgren, right at the buzzer, going up into a jump shot. Yeah, he got fouled here. Yep. That's the story of this game tonight. That is the story of this game. Foul with .3 on the clock by Michael Porter Jr. Chet Holmgren going to shoot 2 free throws here as time has expired in the third. And they're going to see how many more seconds this will be on the board. It's probably going to be around .3 when it happens. Man, it's so lopsided. What's the foul numbers right now? Really? 14 by Denver, 15 by OKC. Well, it's because OKC has 12 steals. 17 turnovers by the Nuggets. So it's also been a bunch of no calls in this game too. I was out yesterday afternoon, so I didn't see the Fever game, but I saw the highlights to it. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese yesterday. What a blowout. Triple-double for Caitlin Clark to begin the WNBA season yesterday. And after the end of this season, I'll be streaming some of the Indiana Fever Caitlin Clark games during weeknights when I have a chance during the summer. So feel free to keep on being a part here of the streams even after the NBA Finals conclude in the month of June. So now we go at the end of the third quarter. Time just expired off the clock. Splitting the free throws was Chet Holmgren at the line at 97-72. As we turn the page, end the third, about to start the fourth. Yeah, if there's a team that can do it and knock off Minnesota, this would be the Thunder because of how deep they are as a team. I don't think it's really going to hurt them or phase them that they only got one full day to prepare for Minnesota. I don't think they're going to have an issue with that at all, like a team like this. If Denver came out of this game and had to play Minnesota, well, I can see that could be a major issue because Gordon's dealing with a grade 2 hamstring strain. Michael Porter Jr. is playing through an injury in the playoffs. They got a much thinner team, and the injuries have piled up. Westbrook came into this game questionable with an injury. Murray came into this game with an illness, was great on Thursday, playing through that illness with 25. Yeah, leading up to the playoffs, he was dealing with an injury designation for Jamal Murray. But Game 7s, usually these Game 7s, I've got the stats someplace here for Game 7s. Like the percentage of the home winning percentage. That home crowd at Oklahoma City, it's a 6-man out there. Yeah, home teams have won 113 times out of 153 Game 7s. That's good for 74% of the time the home team has won a Game 7. So that's the number. So it's a really favorable number. It's not like teams being down 0-2 have a 7% chance of coming back. It's not as favorable as the 93% of teams that's 2-0 that close out the series in a best-of-7 series. But still, 74% of the time, the home team wins a Game 7. And look at this. 5 guys in double figures tonight. SGA, 23 points through 3 quarters. 19 by Jalen Williams. He had an excellent bounce-back game with 7 assists as well. Double-double Chet Holmgren, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Isaiah Hardenstein, 10 points for him. Alex Caruso, X-Factor, off the bench, 26 points, or plus 26 for him. He's got 11 points, a plus 26 on the floor, 5 for 7 shooting. Whereas Jokic looking like a one-man show once again in the Game 7 for Denver in the second round Game 7. 20 points by Jokic, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 19 for Christian Brown, 11 by Jamal Murray, but that's come on 5 for 15 shooting, 1 for 8 from 3. Michael Porter Jr., it's going to be tough with his trade value, but I think it's best to move away from MPJ in the near future for him. Only 8 points today by Michael Porter Jr. Yup, Ant-Man can be unstoppable at times. Julius Randle's been playing excellent for Minnesota. We get back to action. Christian Brown, his three-point shot came off the rim, no good, and in and out of the hands of Westbrook, and out of bounds off Russell Westbrook. Just 0 traction in this game by Denver. They started off this game really good. They were up by 11 points, and then things just came crashing down in the final minute in the first. Now, the refs just reversed that call on the floor. That looks like it's clearly off the hands of Westbrook and out. Yeah, that's clearly off the hands of Westbrook and out. That should be Oklahoma City basketball. This is going to be OKC basketball. OKC is challenging this call on the floor. Initially, the referees rolled it out by Russ, and then they pointed... after like 5 seconds later, they pointed back in the Nuggets' direction, saying Denver possession. That was clearly out of bounds off the fingertips of Russ.
Russ the Republican. Should I bring him on?
No. He's not needed. What's good, Marcus? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, things going pretty well today. Nice day outside. Tough one today for Denver. Yeah, good question there about any other guys are so number 2. Like better than Randall right now. I guess since they traded for Luka, I guess we can consider LeBron now as the 2 guy behind Luka. Yeah, I didn't expect this Nuggets team to take OKC deep into 7 games. I actually had them knocked out of my bracket against the Clippers in round 1. Like, based on how there's been some upsets, really some big-time upsets in this playoffs. Based on how the Clippers played like the late stretch of the season and how the Nuggets were going downhill, I took the Clippers in that series over Denver. And they just couldn't get it done. So big ups here to the Nuggets for resiliency for them. But this has looked just like game 2 in the series where OKC pounded Denver. Gary, thanks for joining in. Andrea, thanks for being a part of the stream, liking the Thunder for this one. The poll started off, it was lopsided how that poll started off. The Nuggets got most of the votes in the poll. Now it's kind of evened out, 54-46. Yeah, this game's a blowout. I'm just going to end this poll. I did exactly that on Friday, too, when the Celtics got crushed against the Knicks on Friday. Usually I don't end polls before the end of the game. We get back to action right now. 97-72 the score. Jalen Williams, bounce pass, underneath Chet Holmgren, covered by Jokic. His pass to the corner, intercepted by Murray. Jokic up the floor here as he goes. Westbrook off the fingertips of Jokic, deflected out of bounds, and is off of Denver. It's a turnover. Just trying to do too much there for Russell Westbrook. You got to see that Jokic is covered by 2 defenders. Don't make that pass. Man, Russell Westbrook. Yeah, this is it for his time in Denver. Denver's got a lot of question marks, too, with their bench going into the offseason, even with Michael Porter Jr. Good for the bucket by OKC. 1 point away from triple digits. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander able to absorb the contact by Christian Brown with a bump, gutted off the glass up and in for 2, plus the foul. Got a lot of questions, too, for the Nuggets. Michael Porter Jr. probably going to move away from him in the offseason. Russell Westbrook, 4 turnovers, a minus 29 in the floor, played 20 minutes today. All these bench guys just didn't see the court. Saric, Najee, Chanchar, DeAndre Jordan, Jalen Pickett. Like, you got to get backup point guards in there. Backup point guards is going to be the go-to in the offseason for Denver. Like, you need to get multiple backup point guards because Jamal Murray struggles with injuries every year, so he's going to miss time, and Russell Westbrook just simply isn't the answer coming off the backup unit. So you're going to need to get much more backup point guard production. Jumper is good as 102.72. Chet Holmgren able to hit the baseline jumper. Missed shot by Denver. Back it goes to OKC. Attacking the paint. Blown the layup there by Jalen Williams. Late call by the referees, though, as this will stop the clock. Yeah, I have no clue when they're announcing the NBA MVP. Like, if I'm Nikola Jokic after the end of this game, I'm demanding a trade. Like, this is bad. Like, this is awful, the way that they went out. Like, some of these teams, how they lost their final playoff game, it's terrible how they went out. The Miami Heat got smashed against the Cavs. There's only, like, 2 guys in that roster that's relevant with Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. They get a lot of question marks from being a contender once again for them. The Cavs got smashed by the Pacers in that game. It was game 4 that they lost before they get eliminated in 5. As Jokic here scores for 2, 104-74. And then the Nuggets getting blown out in this game. The Celtics got destroyed, lost by 38 on Friday. A lot of these teams that get destroyed their final game, a lot of question marks because they end the season on such a sour note that that's the last result that they get. Jokic stripped. Caruso with a steal. Bounce pass behind his back. That's such unselfish basketball right there by Caruso as he pads the line on the assist. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with a dunk and a timeout by the Nuggets. 106-74, the early dagger in this game. Alex Caruso doing all the little things correctly today as he rips it away from the hands of Jokic. He thought that he was going to dunk it. Instead, he bounce passes it on a 2-on-1 fast break to his teammate SGA, who dunks it. OKC, too good today. Today was their day. The Nuggets, not so much. Really tough road environment. And just a tough one here for Denver. And they're in the same boat as the Celtics. They got some offseason changes to be made, especially when it comes down to the bench, backup point guard production for sure. And then also looking like you're going to move away from Michael Porter Jr. Yeah, so this TV that I'm getting it from is pretty fast. So ABC looks like it's fast today in Boston's ABC. Yeah, Channel 5 Boston. Whenever the game's on the ABC, I usually go off Channel 5 Boston, and they're like one of the fastest networks in the U.S. So it all depends on when your ABC network joins the game. And I found that out because when I was streaming from Vermont, I covered a game on the ABC. It was like 2 minutes behind what a lot of people had. So ABC in Burlington, Vermont, they joined the network. When they turn on their network switcher for the network on the soundboard to go live, when they switch it from the previous show to the network switcher for the NBA game, they're 2 minutes delayed. They're 2 minutes behind. Providence is 15 seconds behind. Channel 6 in Providence is 15 seconds behind Channel 5 in Boston on ABC for ABC games. I believe Boston's the standard. Like, Boston and New York are the standard for the fastest to join into the network. It must have to do with, like, their delay system or so. They must have a quick delay system. Because where I am, I work in radio. We have a 30-second dump and delay system, but it's also 30 seconds from where we broadcast it gets put out. So that's what we run by delay systems, whereas they probably run with like a 5-second delay or so for like ABC Boston. Whereas like other stations, I think I was behind too when I streamed from Channel 8 in Maine when I covered a couple of games in New Hampshire. So Channel 8 in Maine is kind of similar to Vermont. It's got to be like a 1-system delay over there. Yeah, I'm probably going to stick with Joe for now as the head coach. I know a lot of people think that Joe Mazzulla is part of the problem to be fired, but he's on his 3rd year of the contract. So 3 out of 3 next year is his contract for years. Plus he's Tatum's coach. He's Tatum's guy, so I don't want to move on from Joe Mazzulla. After hearing what Jaylen Brown's going through, I would not want to move on from him as well. Only way that they would do so if they packaged up Jaylen Brown and then traded him to the Mavs to get Cooper Flagg It's probably the only realistic way. Or so I don't see them in the Giannis sweepstakes at all right now because Giannis wants to play with a superstar player. And Tatum's not playing next year, most likely. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what route they go for them. I'm confident Brad Stevens will see if he can make some trades. I think Porzingis and Drew Holiday, it's those guys, but Porzingis' value is at a all-time low right now. I would build with Derek White, so I actually disagree with that. I would build with Derek White. He had an off game on Friday. That's just one bad off game. He was great the game before that with 34 points. So I would build with Derek White, Payton Pritchard, those guys, and move on from Porzingis and Holiday because those are the two older guys. Or Porzingis is injury prone, and then Holiday is going to be 35 next month, and Horford might retire. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's got 32 as he swooshed down a J at the elbow. 108.74. This game is not even close. I'm a Bruins fan, so yeah, I'm from Massachusetts, not too far away from Boston. I'm like where I'm streaming this game from today. I'm like right down the road from Boston. But yeah, I agree. Jay Ramirez probably they can go a couple ways. They can trade to get some key players for next year, but probably not superstar players. I'm most likely thinking, or you can do it as a rebuild for next year and take it as kind of like a gap year, like kind of like the Patriots did last year. Like they hired Gerard Mayo. They weren't really expecting anything. It was a disaster for the Patriots. I expect the Celtics still to find a way to contend. Might not be like the last couple of years or so, but playoff team. SGA, bang bang, top of the key, drills the three. 114.76. He's got 35 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Third made three of the game. Oklahoma City, 68 wins. I remember when everybody was complaining. July of 2019, everybody was complaining about Oklahoma City when they made that trade for SGA in place of Chris Paul Chris Paul is part of that deal as well, went to OKC. A lot of people were complaining about that trade. The Clippers in the blockbuster trade summer 2019 that sent Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over to OKC in place of Paul George. How did that go? Right there, just a huge blockbuster trade, and here we have it. This OKC team another step closer to winning a championship with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They get their bench guys right on the floor. Kenrich Williams on the court. Isaiah Joe. Their bench guys are in with 7.5 minutes remaining as Jokic and Murray are on the bench. I remember a lot of people, because I was doing a summer league game that day, and I was like, wow, it's not looking good for the Thunder 2019. Well, there's also the future. And they just kept on flipping players left and right, acquiring draft capital. And they went out into the draft, got Chet Holmgren a couple of years later. And they've seen to hit on a lot of these guys in the draft. A three-point shot was off the rim short, missed by Wiggins. Rebound secured by the Nuggets here with Strother. Zeke Naji on a three, missed off the mark, no good. Yeah, they got an awesome environment. They gave out blue T-shirts to everybody. Just an awesome environment. Some of these NBA arenas don't do that. It's like a college basketball arena. Big shout out to the promotions person at Oklahoma City for whoever does the T-shirt designing in the promotions department, because they hype up this team with these games, and they've done a great job building this franchise around. A couple buckets made recently by Denver. It's now 114-80. Yeah, crazy that the Clippers made that trade to trade for Paul George for SGA. Like, that was unbelievable. Clippers just a cursed franchise. Doc Rivers choking up a 3-1 series lead in the bubble. Isaiah Joe, swoosh. 117 to 80. A lot of dribbling here by Jalen Pickett. Jumper by Tyson is good for Denver. Yeah, this is tough for the Nuggets. This is how they go out second straight year in a row. Last year, they lost by 8 to Minnesota. They were up by double digits and blew that lead. And this year, things got even worse. Yeah, they waved in the white flag a long time ago for Denver. Runner downhill by Wiggins for 2. Man, back-to-back streams that they've been non-competitive. If you guys enjoyed the stream tonight, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and a big shout-out to Cookie the Panda for being a part of the stream. Big shout-out to my girlfriend as well for having me over on a Sunday afternoon. We ate lunch before this once she got out of tutoring at around 11. Today, ate out at Panera, spent time with each other before I went live for this stream. And then it all starts on Tuesday, conference finals. OKC, first crack at it, quick turnaround against Minnesota. If there's a team that can do it, it's this Oklahoma City Thunder team. They go like 10 guys deep. Backcourt violation, charge the Thunder, will go back to the Nuggets. Yeah, this really puts in a lot of question marks here, whether David Adelman's going to be the head coach or not. Denver's going right into the offseason alongside the Celtics with a lot of question marks with their roster. And at least the Celtics have depth. Like, even without Tatum, next year they should have depth. Whereas Denver, oh boy, there's a lot of question marks with this team. Like, Jokic should demand a trade. It's this bad. It's like every single game he's playing 1 against 5. Like it's bad. Like, this Denver Nuggets team looks like the Phoenix Suns with like 0 depth that they have. Like, they haven't been able to build up any of these players. It's bad. Second shot's good. Like, what's the reason? As we get a steal off the inbound. Missed 3 by Kenrich Williams. Offensive rebound control by Wiggins. Wiggins out here with a second unit hustling, where he's gotten playing time. Whereas the Nuggets have all guys that haven't really gotten any playing time today besides Strawder for a couple minutes. Corner 3 is good by OKC. Like, OKC goes 10 guys deep. Denver went 8 guys deep, but more so 6 guys they play mostly instead of 8. I mean, what's the point of having 7 other players in your playoff roster? You can field 15 players in your playoff roster where you have like 7 or 8 guys constantly sitting on the bench for the entire game after game after game in the playoffs. Like, what's the point of those roster spots? Whereas you see a team like the Pacers where they go 11, 12 guys deep, they only got like 2 or 3 guys every single game of the playoffs that don't play. Like, there's an issue here with roster construction. Like, if you're not playing players and you're playing players that's injured and other players that your head coach, you don't want them to play because you don't think that they can step up, there's an issue. You got to build depth. And this is a nightmare. Absolute nightmare for the Nuggets. Jumper, baseline, off the mark, no good. Missed by Strawder. Rebound secured by Jalen Williams, number 6 off the bench. Here goes Kenrich Williams to the rim, and he soars up and gets fouled. 2 shots coming up here at the line for Kenrich Williams. Yep, Jokic the Lakers. Possibly. Whoever trades for Jokic, yeah, it's going to require multiple trades because Jokic is going to require like a full team to trade everybody. Like if it was a one-on-one trade to another team, it would be like the full team. He's worth like 12 guys, so they would have to spread it up. It's gonna have to be like a blockbuster trade involving like 4 or 5 teams in the trade. Strutter on top off to Pickett. Corner jumper missed off the mark, no good for the Nuggets. That was number 22, Zeke Naji, who missed the 3. Kenrich Williams down low and sends it back outside to number 6, Jalen Williams. Yeah, they took a page right out of the Celtics book, this Denver Nuggets team, and they were a no-show in this game. This is just embarrassing. Yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of teams that try to go out and do trades. Under 3 minutes left to go in the fourth. Yeah, the Cavs are probably going to be part of that conversation as well for them, because I think they still think that they got some pieces that they can move. Probably trading Darius Garland, most likely. A lot of people over on like Cavs Twitter say that he's just not it when it's come time to the playoffs. So there's been some rumors there that he could be moved this offseason possibly, or so for Darius Garland. Missed the layup by Strutter off the front rim, no good. 125-85. This has been a brutal game as we approach the 2-minute mark left to go. I'll be back live on Tuesday. It'll be the Thunder against the T-Wolves in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday night. I'll be streaming every single one of the conference finals games, West and East. So feel free to keep on coming back here on the channel. And appreciate everybody for being a part of the stream. As we almost reached 300, 280 plus right now. Smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Brutal, brutal game here by Denver. I have lost track of the turnover count. I'm going to have to go back to the ESPN box score stats because it was horrendous. It was a nightmare with the turnovers. Corner jumper's good. Hunter Tyson for 3. 22 turnovers by Denver. 22 turnovers, leading to 37 points scored by OKC off turnovers. Another good 3 from the perimeter. 125-91. That's your difference maker. That is the difference maker in the game. 125-91. 34 points. Yeah, they were just at 37. They were just at 37 that they were down, and now they made it 34. That's the difference maker. 37 points scored off of turnovers by the Thunder. Jalen Williams, no good. Missed at the low block. A rebound ripped away by Tyson. The worst case scenario for every single team that gets knocked out of the playoffs is when you lose by this. Like, at least what the Nuggets could have done, they could have kept it close. For a team that was battling with injuries, for a team that overcame resiliency to get here without a head coach, going all the way, testing a 68-win team that went 68-14 to Game 7 in the second round to have a shot at this game. They were the more experienced team. And, I mean, just stunning. Stunning that back-to-back champions on back-to-back games have got eliminated by such big margins. It's the turn of the tide here in the playoffs. This game goes final. Congratulations to Oklahoma City. I'm going to go OKC to win the finals. I had them against the Celtics in my finals. So I'm going to go OKC to win the championship. And today they performed like a champion. 68 wins in the regular season. The number 1 team in the NBA playoffs for a reason. And if there's any team that can do it on a short period of rest and beat Minnesota in the next round, it's this team. Because of how deep they are, how physical they play. And if there's been an issue this season for the T-Wolves, it has been the turnovers from time to time, what they've had a problem with. 125-93 the final score. Wouldn't shock me if Anthony Edwards goes on just a legendary run, wins the championship for Minnesota. But this Thunder team, they go to the conference finals for the first time since 2016. Man, they pounded the Nuggets today. 125-93 the final score. It's going to be OKC, Minnesota on Tuesday. Just one full day to turn it around and get prep, watch film. And for them, what's good is that they're not flying to Minnesota. They're hosting Minnesota. Minnesota, with a lengthy time off, they might be cold from three. They've been cold from three throughout the majority of the playoffs. They might really be cold from three against the lockdown Oklahoma City Thunder defense, which forced 23 Nuggets turnovers today in this game. 23 turnovers by Denver, leading to 16 steals, 3 steals each by SGA and Caruso. Alex Caruso was a plus 40. That is unheard of. Plus 40 by a role player. 11 points, 3 steals, 3 assists by Caruso. Insane. SGA goes for 35. It's his 7th game with 30-plus points in the playoffs. 24 by Jalen Williams. Excellent behind SGA today. 13 and 11 by Chet Holmgren. Hardenstein at 10 points and 7 rebounds. Caruso at X Factor off the bench with 11. Thanks all for joining in, being a part here on the stream for this one. And I'm going to be back on Tuesday night. Western Conference Finals Game 1. Minnesota at OKC. OKC just 1 day of rest, but they're back in their home floor. This crowd is just, it's so tough to play against this crowd. They got so many guys. There's like six men on their team for OKC with a deep bench that they got. Caruso was a 6th man today. This crowd became the 7th man. This crowd, it's like a college basketball, like Power 5, top 5 ranked team environment. This is like Cameron Indoor out here, except like double the fans. It's like Cameron Indoor. It's like Fog Allen. It's like one of those blue bloods that you play at for college basketball, where like it's 130 decibels. It's like this arena that they play at. It's basically the equivalent of College Station, Texas A&M for college football. Like this was the 7th man today. This OKC crowd. 125-93 the final score. What a turnaround. They won by 32 points. And plus, they were down by 11 points in the opening quarter for OKC. And they came back and responded like this and pounded the Nuggets. Big run by OKC. They outscored Denver 39-20 in the second quarter, 37-26 in the third quarter, 28-21 in the fourth after trailing 26-21 at the end of one. I'll be back live on Tuesday. Big shout out here to Cookie the Panda for being a part of the stream before I wrap up. Also, a big shout out to my girlfriend as well for having me come over today, be a part here, and be able to stream after we hung out for quite a bit this afternoon. Had lunch together earlier today, and yep, Cookie the Panda, good boy today, right, buddy? Yep. You want to say bye to the fans before you sign off?
Sure.
Yep.
My hands are wet.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, my girlfriend's gonna come on by here, final moments, and say bye to the fans as well before I wrap up. And we're gonna close out to the channel members.
Peace.
Here's the channel members. You want to see how many channel members we got? Yeah, we got like 20 plus channel members. So every single one of them's $1.99 per month. And
flip the script. Sounds like a movie thing.
We got a lot of channel members, which is great. Big shout outs here. We got Jason, Bradley, Warren, Kelly, I Am Ghost, the Nisha Player, Asia, Ice Ice Baby, Katie Ogie, SGA Sports Talk Channel, Lonely Satellite, Natural Nate, Ian Michael, John Norma, Jonathan Guido, Mark Jobo, Michigan Sports, Canabro, Greg Vegas, Pringle, Fishing Up a Storm, Rydog, Sam, Jed, Flip the Script, Barco, and Andre. Thanks for joining in for this one. This game was a one-score affair, 125-93, a big victory by the Thunder by 32. Thunder and T-Wolves on Tuesday in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Thanks for joining in, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon.